everybody, it's Wednesday. Welcome to Round Robin. Hi, Robin.
Hi, Rob.
Happy VD.
Happy VD.
Yeah.
Not Valentine's Day.
Not Valentine's
but...
Day, not venereal disease.
Oh, nope, not that either.
Not that either.
Gross.
It's for people who were in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, Space Force.
Ew, Space Force.
It's a thing. It's real.
I know.
Although
Are they like a branch of the military now? Is that accurate?
Yes, it is. I don't think there's any Space Force veterans though, because who would have been in the Space Force for like 8 months and then got out? Like what? Like who would that be?
Right. Yeah.
Diablo Bob. Yeah, it's a division of the Air Force, I believe. I don't know. Diablo Bob's
upset. I don't know if you saw my cat walk in the background, but that cat used to be super fluffy, but he got a haircut.
Oh
he
yeah,
looks ridiculous.
They both
I'm gonna pick him up.
It's a skunk. Yeah. No, he looks like a normal cat. Looks just like a normal cat to me.
But he used to be so fluffy, like he had a big old mane. I was really hoping when they trimmed him that they would leave some of the mane so he looked kind of like a lion, but she cut all of his mane off. I was super mad. Still paid for it though. But yeah. I just had to show you. My cat looks ridiculous.
Did the other cat get a?
She did, but only in her like down there area because she's not
the pussy.
She's not as fluffy as our male cat is. Her fur is a lot more silky and less thick, so she doesn't need like a full shave. So she just got a bottom area shave. They call it a hygiene shave. So there you go.
Yes, oh my God, yes. That used to be one of the last things I would say in my act. Is I would say, anyone who's interested, I've got some whipped cream. I meant to say shaving cream all the time, but I would always say whipped cream, which I guess is even funnier. And then I would say, we can come back to my room and have a shave down. And then I'd point to like some bachelorette party or whatever and then go, sir.
Right.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, that's funny.
It was
very
fun.
Funny. Love it. How are things going for you? You were going to say something, though. I'm sorry.
I was going to read what Diablo Bob said. They converted groups, not people, so the person who was converted to Space Force, billet retired Air Force. Billet? Because the Space Force does not have the MPF function stood up yet. Military personnel file? I don't know what that is. However, it is retarded. No, retired veteran of the Space Force. Okay. My reading comprehension is low.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about Space Force. My knowledge of it is very low.
Technically, veteran is, you could argue it, but technically the word veteran means did, not is. So active duty personnel aren't really veterans. You could argue it, but my definition of
some
veteran
people say they are though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not that it's like, oh, I'm not gonna thank you. You're on active duty. Fuck you. You know.
Fuck you for being active duty, motherfucker.
Fuck you.
We're kidding. You guys don't take it seriously. Okay. Just in case somebody takes that out of context. Yeah. I don't actually mean that. I, of course, respect service members in all shapes and forms, even Marines. So just had to get that one in there.
Even Marines.
Okay, I love you, Marines, too.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah, Semper Fi and Semper 6 and Semper 7, whatever. All the Sempers. Right. Everybody. Just made that
As
up.
They say. Muscles are required, intelligence not expected.
Wow, I don't remember hearing that. And if I did, I don't know that
the acronym for Marines.
Oh, muscles are required.
Intelligence not expected. Yeah.
Expected.
Zing! Okay, all right. Okay, well, we need to segue off of this.
I went to the dermatologist today.
Oh, did you?
It was the first time. Now, see, I'm really weird. I like to see women doctors. I don't like men doctors, actually.
I prefer women doctors also.
Even though most of the doctors I see are... No, maybe not most. But anyway, so then I go see this guy, and he's super awesome. He was amazing, and he was so fun. And he barely the one I used to see would check my entire body, like the bottoms of my feet and the top of my head,
Right,
everything.
yeah.
This guy was like, yeah, all right, yeah. He looked fine.
Aww.
But he was telling me about how he wasn't a Trump supporter and how his wife's a movie buff and all this. He was just going on and
just
on.
Offered all this
I'm
information.
like, yeah, he just offered. And I'm like, I love everything this guy's saying. I'm retiring in December. Well, fuck.
Aww.
So he goes,
Did you hate when that happened?
Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you. He had his mask on and everything. Yeah. So
that's
there we
funny.
go.
When I was in the Army, we're bringing it back because you did a thing that made me think of the time I was in the Army. When I was in the Army, the H1N1 pandemic was a thing. Do you remember that?
You mean it wasn't a pandemic? Why are you putting quotes in there?
Because it wasn't as widespread as COVID.
Yeah, right.
But back then,
because they did shit about
called it a pandemic. Okay, I didn't mean that to I'm an asshole. I get what you're saying, but I didn't mean it that way. Anyways, when I was in the Army, H1N1 was a thing. That's what I'm saying. And so for a while they were telling us not to shake people's hands and all that. So I must have been like a E3, like a private. So at the time we would walk around and just elbow each other and be like, what's up, H1N1? And just all kinds of dumb shit like that. So you did it and it just reminded me.
H1N1.
H1N1. All right. Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Was
herpes?
It the swine flu, H1N1? I don't remember.
No, H1N1.
Do you remember mad cow disease?
Yes.
That one was crazy. I remember that one. Okay.
Don't know anybody that got it, but I know
I don't either.
I know it was gotten. It was a big thing in the UK for more than here.
It was all over the news for forever, for a long time. Not
it's
forever,
still a thing, but they they don't talk about it because it's they know what to do. They fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so then I was gonna go to Dick's. That's the Spokane famous hamburger place. But then I was like, oh, gotta. They don't have. You have to get out and go up to the counter and order. They don't have a drive-through. It's it's a drive-in. So you have to park, go up, order, wait. And I was like,
yeah, like Sonic, kind of like a Sonic.
Well, our Sonic, we have one Sonic, and it does have a drive-through, but it also has the stations for your cars.
Yeah.
But the Dick's restaurant. You have to park, get out of your car, walk up, and it's the weirdest fucking system. They have 6 open windows, and you just there's no line. Everybody just sort of stands around in a milieu, and people go, "Have you gone yet? Are you?" Well, I was here first, and then whoever's at the window they don't give a fuck. They're like, "Next, mm-hmm. They don't give. And then you order your food. They memorize it, which I'm like, aren't you gonna fucking write this? Yeah. Right. They never get it wrong either, ever. They've never gotten it wrong. But I always panic. More
impressive.
And then you just sort of step back, and new people try to give people the money, and they go, no, when you get it, you pay for it then. Oh, okay. And then you just sort of stand there, and they call out orders. They don't have your name or anything. They just go, number 1 and 2 small fries, and then 6 people go up there because they all ordered that. And you go, who's this? It's insane. And so I didn't want to deal with it today. Plus, it was 30 degrees.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy.
30
degrees, really?
34. I'm exaggerating.
No, but that's even colder than it is here, and I'm right next door to Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's
which is just crazy.
It's 34 outside and 66 inside.
I guess I am laterally lower than you are. I don't know.
That's how I like it.
Okay, listen,
you mean for the map you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we talking about the Kung Flu again? We were talking about various flus, yes.
We're not talking about the Kung Flu. We're talking about Scuba coming by the game yesterday and fucking shit up.
That wasn't Scuba.
Oh, that was
Caesar.
It was
Caesar. Yeah, it was Caesar.
I have a disease on my SCSZ,
I know,
and
I
then they're
know. Their
both
names are
green. They, because
right.
everybody's name is a different. Those guys are both green on my thing, and I don't understand what happens.
Right.
By the
It's
way, I've
okay.
never figured
That's
out. I've never figured out the Twitch coloring algorithm. Like, why are certain people's names a certain color? I've never figured that
you
out.
can pick your color, Rob.
Oh.
So there's
Oh,
your
I'm
answer.
purple. I must have picked my color at some point. Wow. So just
Oh
don't
my god,
remember
just
anything.
watching that in real time was like the highlight of the year for me.
When I laughed, I was like,
when you realize that you're like, I have no idea what picks people's color.
Well, because when you said you can pick your own color, Rob, in my mind I was like, yeah, it seems I did do that at one point. Fuck.
Oh my god, that was hilarious. I hope somebody clips that because that's fucking gold.
As long as it doesn't have music
Okay.
in it, you
But
can clip
no,
it.
everybody likes clipping all the dumb shit I say and do, but nobody ever clips the dumb shit Rob says and does.
That's because everyone's so bored. I'm so perfect. No one cares.
Right. Well,
Well, anything that
that's
you say
debatable.
that's funny, people want to hear it over and over. Anything that I say that might be funny, people are like, yeah, I heard it. I'll
Well,
admit that
I don't know about that, but
some girlfriends that I've had, because if a bit works, I'll fucking beat it to death. I'm sure you've
oh yeah.
noticed.
Yeah, I mean,
Some
I'm the same
girlfriends,
way.
when I first met them, they would laugh, and then I would do the same bit, and they'd laugh even harder. And then like 6 months goes by, and they're like, really? That one
Yeah,
again?
like that's
Yeah,
not funny anymore.
I've heard
Yeah.
it. Do you have any new material? That was just such a heart killer one. I mean, they wouldn't actually say it.
Oh.
I did that on
Rob said,
stage.
"Why would we download the entire episode?" Meaning, everything you say is dumb shit that should be clipped, Rob. That's
Thank you
about
for
as
interpreting it for me, since I
insinuating.
am too stupid to figure that
You're
out.
I just had to make sure. Ah, that's hilarious.
Clip it.
No, Rob, I'm the same way. Like, so you know how like when you're friends with somebody for a long time, you end up with like a lot of in jokes or
Right.
whatever. So my D&D group, we have a lot of dumb in jokes. Like and we've also played other games together, MMOs, like we would raid in Final Fantasy, World of Warcraft, like that kind of stuff. So we have a lot of like in jokes from our gaming days. There's this one guy in our group, his online name is Ibisu. He would literally play games and like derp around and like walk off a cliff and like die. So anytime we're playing D&D and we're like at, a cliff or whatever, they'll be like, "Oh, where's the Ibisu? Where's the Ibisu?" So you can just walk right off the cliff. Just, dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
And 7 years of dumb shit like that. And we still bring up this stuff that happened, 7, 8 years ago, like, because it's still funny to us. So I feel you on that. I do that all the time.
Yeah. It's a thing.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing
Nothing
wrong with
wrong with
that.
that. I think
I have a
life
friend.
is great if you laugh about everything.
I have a friend that, if you're somehow able to see, whether it's a picture or a TV or any venue where even somehow on the phone this happens, like, oh, we'll look up a website together or whatever. Anyway, if it's ever a picture of any beautiful woman, he goes, nothing wrong with that. And he says it in that voice, right? Like, I'm
Oh
a
my
creep.
god. Oh, that's awesome.
Nothing
And
wrong with
weird.
that.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
That's his big one. And also, he even more so is, like I do, that's what my prom date said. His is, I'll
Mhm.
show you, and then whatever it was you said.
Right.
Like, anything that can be a penis joke, I'll show you.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to say is Pixar didn't happen. Show
Right.
me
You've said
proof.
that to me like many times.
Yeah.
Pixar didn't
Pixar didn't
happen.
happen. That's
Yeah.
right. Fucking prove it, bitch.
And then there's certain phrases that people use, and I actually, the one I'm about to say, I actually haven't heard for many years, but it used to be so prevalent. People would say, you'd present a situation like, let's do something, and one person in the group would go, let's not, and say we did,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
was like, I'm gonna punch you in the face, mom.
Mhm. I've heard that one
You know?
before. Let's not and say we did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Haven't heard that for a while, but. Oh, the other one that I hate is, in 100 years it's not gonna matter. Yeah,
Oh
but what
god.
about tomorrow, bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like today,
Or
even.
now, yeah.
Yeah, right now.
What about you guys in the chat?
Right
What are
now.
some phrases that you hate that people say?
I really hate when people say, "Why put off tomorrow what you can do today?" Fuck that, because I'm lazy and I don't want to be called out on my laziness. I just want to be lazy. So shut
Right.
the fuck up.
Nothing wrong
Okay,
with that.
thanks.
Shut the
Hate it.
fuck up. Hate it.
Why put off today, tomorrow, what you can do today? Fuck that shit. All
Oh,
right.
yeah, back in the day, GWD, and also
Back in my day.
for some reason, and I guess maybe it's because I was born, raised, and have lived almost my entire life on the western coast of the United States, I hate when people say back east or back there, referring to the eastern. I can't stand it, and I don't know why. I don't know why. It bothers me. Oh, also a big one is
Scuba.
if
That's
you're,
a good one.
like if I'm in Washington and I'm talking to the phone on somebody in California who's thinking about coming to visit me, I'm going to come visit you down there. No, it's up.
I'm up. Yeah.
Because it has nothing to do with elevation. It has to do with the map, north, south, east, west, right?
Right. Yeah.
And you don't, if you're in New York and you're going to go visit somebody in Washington, you don't say up or down, you say over. And let's just get these right, people. Don't make me come to your house, up to your house, over to your house, or down to your house. Don't make me do it. I hate when people tell me stop, no, please stop. Just kidding, that's what I scream in my head at work.
I'm not touching that one. Not going anywhere near it. No. Not with a 10-foot pole.
Just like I'm serious about back in California or back in New York. Well, if you like it so much, fucking go back there.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
And I'm guilty of this because I grew up in California and I talk always lovingly about California. And I lived for a time in Washington. Loved Washington. I wish I could go back. That's the problem. I have nostalgia for those places. I would love to live there. I just fucking can't. Sometimes in life you can't just do whatever the fuck you want.
Also, I don't mind referring to people when people refer to like their home state or a previous time. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like directionally, when they
I
fuck
know
up.
what you mean.
Yeah. This is another one that bothers me. So you're in a room with somebody, and they gesture. Let's go to Albertsons, and they physically point the opposite fucking way
The
of
wrong
which
way.
it's over there,
I'm
and
guilty
people
of
are
this.
like, who cares about that? And I'm like, I fucking care about it, and don't fuck up again. I'm gonna smack you. By the way,
I'm so
I talk a lot
of
of shit
that.
about like hitting and punching people. I'm so not violent. I've never fucking punched anybody. Yeah.
I have to think about where things are and then like the position that I am in my house a lot. But I think Wisconsin is that way.
See,
You know
and
what I mean? But like I have a horrible sense of direction.
I have the best sense of direction, like I always have. My mom used to pay me as a child. She discovered that if she bribed me with like a candy bar or a quarter or something, I could find the car in the mall parking lot.
What?
She would just, and then we would come out, and she would hold my hand, and we'd walk around for like 30 minutes. Can't find I know where it is. I'm waiting for her. I'm waiting for the incentive. And then she would say,
That's
Rob,
terrible.
where's the car? And I'd be like, what do I get? She goes, I'll give you a quarter or a nickel or whatever it was, right? And I'm like, it's right here. And she goes,
oh my god,
how long have you known that? And I go, I know since we got out of the car. Anyway, the point about my story is when I lived in the San Fernando Valley, I would drive over Coldwater Canyon or Laurel Canyon to go to the other side, and for some reason when I got into Hollywood, I fucking didn't know where anything was north, south, and it was like this little 10 by 10 block section of the city that I just couldn't know where anything was. And then when I would get out again, it was the weirdest fucking thing, and it always used to trip me out. because it was the only place on Earth. Like, you could blindfold me and put me in a plane and then like drop me somewhere in United States. I would figure out where I am and which way's north and all. Yeah, but not in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Couldn't do
Yeah,
it.
so, like, when I lived in California, I lived in South Sac. So and I used to South Sacramento, that is. And I used to, like, walk everywhere, or take the bus or whatever, because 90s kids, nobody gave a shit if you were, like, out by yourself.
Right.
Um, so I feel like even now to this day, I know my way around Sacramento, the general Sacramento area, than I do places I've lived as an adult for several years. Like, I know Sacramento better than I know the town I'm living in right now.
Yeah.
Like, I could find my way to just about anything. And maybe part of that because I lived there for so long, I walked around so much. But yeah, nowadays, Celestia was talking about we have GPS. I can't get anywhere without GPS. I have a horrible sense of direction. My husband the other day, he was like, "Oh, the 45," referring to one of the highways that runs through our town. And I was like, "No, that's the 41." And he was like, "No, Robin, it's the 45." I was like, "I'm pretty sure it's the 41." So I like fucking pulled it up on my map, and sure as shit, I was wrong and he was right. Like, I have a terrible sense of direction. I don't remember half the road names because I'm so reliant on my GPS. I wonder if I would just like get out and like go for long walks like I used to do when I was a kid, like actually walk to the library, that kind of stuff. I think I would learn this town a little better.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what made me learn LA really good was, when I moved there, I mean, it was 99, so there was the internet, but there wasn't like GPS and
Yeah, you used to have
so
to print out like MapQuest
right.
shit or what. Yeah.
But what the big thing was in LA was the Thomas guide, this fucking thick thing that had a map of like every section, and you would go, oh, and people would speak to you that way. I'd go, oh, how do you get to your house? And they'd go, people would just say, page 128, grid G4, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And they go, you don't have a Thomas guide in your car? You're not really from here, are you? Fuck it, it's great.
That's funny. What's worse though is the army made us take like fucking, survival sort of classes, like how to read maps and how to get from point A to B without fucking anything, just using the damn sun and what God gave you. Yeah, I'm still really bad at that shit.
So I passed all that shit when it was happening.
Land nav.
I did all that shit just fine when it was happening. Today, I wouldn't I can't.
Yeah, no. And I did just fine when I was in the army, but I can't. You want me to find my way to like point B? Fuck that shit. Like, I got my phone for that. Fuck all that. I don't care. It's too much work. Why do all this extra work when we have technology that fixes things for us?
Right.
Right.
You're the kid in the class. Yeah. You're the kid in the math class with the calculator going, "We have these.
Mm-hmm, that's
we don't need to know it." Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing though, like I understand the value of learning how to do things without technology, but I think in this era, this day and age, technology should be welcomed.
I agree. Until the EMP goes off and it's the apocalypse, and now you have to do it all manually.
Right, yeah, yeah.
So today...
Haven't you heard 5G is going to kill us anyways?
Oh, does it cause cancer? Yeah,
sorry.
Exactly.
Sorry. Yeah.
Today, when I went to the doctor, the doctor is near my old neighborhood when I was a kid, so I went and drove. And I was thinking about this the last couple of days, and so I thought, well, fuck it, I'm just going to... What else am I doing? So this is like at 2 o'clock this afternoon, 3 o'clock, whatever. So I went and drove the path I used to walk to school when I was in like first, second, and third grade.
Aww.
And I drove, and it was cool. And I tell the story all the time about the lady that was like, "Hey, do you want to get in my car? It's nice." It's basically a pedophile or something. And I didn't know. Mm-hmm. I didn't do it. I should have. Anyway, it was fun because there's a rock wall that divides a street. And because of the landscaping, on one side of the wall, like when you're going up the hill on the right side, the wall's like 8, 10, 12 feet tall. And then on the other side coming down, same wall is only 4 feet. So because the roads are like this, or whatever.
Oh, right.
So yeah. I drove up and I turned around and some guy was why is this? I drove up and turned around and went and drove down the other side. And some guy was like standing there like, what is he fucking doing?
Aww.
Like, like
Lost.
you would think like if you have to turn around, just go around the block. Like, why is he making what's happening? And I could tell he was like, what's fucking going on? Anyway.
That's funny. I'm trying to picture you driving like it's just like super lost.
Is that how I drive?
No, I don't know. It was really bad.
By the way, my steering wheel's right here like this.
Dude, so that's the thing. We have a small little sedan, and the way my husband drives me crazy, by the way. He will lean the chair like all the way back. So he drives like super, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
and I hate it. But I have to have the seat like Does
he lay his wrist straight? Does he hold it or does he lay his wrist? Yeah, fucking, I know exactly.
I mean, pretty much, yeah. It's like lazy man kind of drive posture. I don't know. Anyways, so I like the seat to be straight. Like I need, perfect posture while I'm driving. But I do, and he makes fun of me. He's like, "You look like an old lady the way I drive," because I have, two hands on the wheel and I'm sitting up perfectly straight and I can see everything. I drive like a crazy person. So that's why he's making fun of you. Oh my god. Okay, I'm done. That's all.
So this is the doctor joke, or the joke
right. Yes,
my doctor told me today. He said, having COVID is like being a dog for 3 reasons. 1, all you do is walk around the house looking for food.
Aww.
2, I forget because I need to screw up jokes every now and then, so whatever 2 was.
Okay.
And then the third one was, when it comes time to go for a car ride, you get real excited.
Why?
Because dogs get excited to go in the car, right?
Right, but why does having COVID make you excited to go for a car ride?
No, it's not the COVID. It's the car ride that makes you excited, because it's not as prevalent as it used to be.
All right.
Anyway, then he followed it up with this. He goes, "That's a safe COVID joke you can tell people, because it's too soon to use ones that involve death as a punchline."
Oh yeah, it's too soon.
And I fucking started laughing. I'm like, oh my god, that you saying that is like defeats the whole purpose. Bob is leaving. Fuck Bob.
Aw, I love Bob.
Yeah, but we can.
Bob makes awesome stuff for DM skills. Speaking of awesome shit, Rob.
I know
so
you love
it. I just have to talk about this though. So it was made by the I'm gonna screw his name up. Priest with all the
Troy,
6s in it.
Yeah, PRI6EI66SCXST Priest.
Yeah.
And then his name is Troy Monteith, yeah.
Has the encounter generator been on an episode of All Things Fantasy Grounds? We haven't covered it, have we?
No.
So I can talk about this and it won't sound like we're rehashing things, right, is what I'm getting at.
Even so, it's fine.
Priest made Okay, Priest made a really cool encounter generator. It's probably been out for like a month for all I know. I just recently acquired it. Thanks, Rob. And so I loaded it up when my kid was taking a nap just to try it out. It's so fucking cool. Like, I made a quick party of characters. I was in, I don't know if you're like me, but when I test new things, I always do it in like a campaign specific for testing. I don't test them in like any of my live campaigns. Right. That means, yeah. So I'm in my like little module and extension testing campaign. And I made a party of characters that pretty much mirrors my Saturday group. They're all like level 9 or 10 or something like that. Popped them in the party and I loaded up this encounter generator. And I had this idea for an encounter coming soon. I won't say too much of it is because sometimes Messi watches this show and he plays in my Saturday game. But anyway, so I was testing it out, including some things I wanted to be in the encounter. And I was just like clicking the buttons, generate. And then one came up and I was like, oh, this is the best fucking encounter ever. And it just like randomly rolled it for me, including some of my parameters that I had for it. And I was just mind blown. It was so cool. Like,
it's
I really
cool
because
like you can filter, and you can use specific sources. You can use specific types, specific terrain. I put the link, you guys, so you know what we're talking about.
It's awesome, and I think everybody should go buy it.
I'll show the screen too. So this is
I won't make any money off of it. Rob will, but you should go buy it because it's that fucking good. It's so
awesome.
Good. We should get Priest on the show so he can show it off.
He's been on the show. As a matter of fact, let me go look at the show.
Yeah, I remember. Because he made the hang on, it'll come to me. He made something else that we did on the show already. I don't remember.
It was the most recent thing we had him on for the random treasure generator and NPC Maker.
Right, NPC Maker was awesome. I have that. I own it. I bought it that day. I was like, oh, gotta have this. It's awesome.
And we could get him on the show in December. I mean, we could. I mean, I just it was funny because when he made it, which by the way was October 30th is when it came out.
Wow. Okay.
We had the show booked up already for like a month and a half.
Right.
And so I couldn't get him on right away, so I thought, well, we'll just wait, and when he makes another thing, we'll get him on and do both or whatever,
Makes sense. It's awesome. That's all. I just wanted to shout that out. I've been thinking about making YouTube videos of, I guess, not reviews, but like, I think people already do this, but like how to use certain extensions in your games, but more than like what the Twitch video show, or sorry, not the Twitch video, but the listing page video, more than that, because that's like a, hey, here's the thing, this is how it works advertisement, right? I was thinking about doing like a YouTube set of videos from my perspective, because I'm always world building, right? And I'm constantly using a lot of these extensions a lot of the times in prepping campaigns and stuff like that. So I thought about making a YouTube video about like that extension and other extensions.
You should totally do that
all the time.
We can promote the shit out of them.
Should do that. Yeah, I should do that one of these days when I have time.
What's a word that's like tutorial but starts with an R?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
think there are any.
Well, whatever that word is, it's Robin's that word.
Right.
Because of alliteration. Robin's reviews. Duh.
Yeah, I know.
That's right.
That's all good. I've got. But I didn't want it to be like full-blown review format. More like, here's the way Robin uses this extension, the way Robin thinks you could use this extension, practical applications, and maybe things that other people don't even think about, because I have my own way of thinking of things or whatever. That's
what would be exciting, is it would be your unique perspective and how you get all charged up about certain stuff.
Sure fucking do.
Yeah, and then it shows in your voice. You get excited, your eyes get bright, right? Yeah. So
I can't help it.
I can't help it. It's a good thing. You don't want to help it. You want to help it more. You want to.
It's such a good thing, though. Like, oh man, I love that extension. I even, like, after I played with it, I logged on to Discord. I went in Priest's channel and I was like, Priest, your extension is fucking awesome. And he was like, thanks. Yeah. I did all caps and everything. I was like, I fucking love it. It's so good. Okay. That's all. Joe Biden's our president.
Joe Biden is not our president. Joe Biden is the president-elect.
Okay, you know what I fucking mean. He'll be our president in January.
He will.
So that was interesting. They want
I'm remembering this was back in
counts everywhere, and
this was back in Obama days, so I'm going to say this was 20, I don't know.
Like, that was so long ago.
2013. Well, that was like 7 years ago.
Oh my God, it was.
This neighbor, we have neighbors, and then it's their nephew, my friend's nephew. And so this is about a 35-year-old guy, we'll say, right around.
Mm-hmm.
And I can just give you can make, you make judgments. You make like book cover judgments. So just picture this guy, a little bit pudgy, blonde or maybe even reddish beard, baseball cap. That's the guy, right? Comes over to our house to pick something up or whatever, and decides to drop this on me and my mom at the time. So, how do you think your president's doing? And I was like, stop right there. I go, Mom, don't say a fucking word. I go, we're not doing that in our house. And this was during Obama, which he obviously fucking hated Obama and wanted whoever the fucking other guy, Mitt Romney, I don't know. And
Mitt Romney.
Yeah, Mitt Romney, I love Mitt Romney now. Because
oh, do you now?
Well, because
he's Mitt Romney.
He's one of the the only 4 Republican Congress people who are like, you know what, President Trump, you need to fucking calm it down, bitch.
Yeah, well, good for him.
Yeah, and he was also he voted for impeachment too.
Oh, well, good for him.
Yeah. Now, do I want him running things? No.
No,
he can take his 6 family members and go back to Utah and get his own planet on Planet Mormon or whatever the fuck they do. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You know, I've illegally entered the tabernacle. I told you that.
I don't even know what that is. So.
Okay, we don't want to talk about
it. Okay. You have to understand.
Oh yeah, he voted for no witnesses for the SCOTUS pick. I didn't know about that.
Oh yeah, that's
No, Journeyman, no. So someone posted this meme on Facebook. Do you know that the left wing and the right wing are attached to the same bird? But that bird is going to crash hard right. And so that's what I say about that. It's going to be flying along and then that's my right. That's to my right, by the way. I don't know how the camera works.
It's an albatross.
It's an albatross, yeah.
Oh, I love albatross.
My camera might be mirrored, so
what's the plural?
This is my right and this is my left.
It's mirrored on the stream, but in VC, I can read your shirt just fine.
Yeah.
But when I look at the stream, it's backwards.
It's mirrored. Well, it's mirrored to me so that I don't freak out. Like if I hold up this hand and it's over there, that would freak me out.
What's the plural of albatross?
Albatrosses?
Albitri. Is it though?
It's albitri.
Oh my god. Did you know both octopuses and octopi is correct to pluralize an octopus?
I want to say I've heard that. I want to say somebody said that somewhere.
Probably me.
The plural of albatross is, in fact, albatrosses. Yes.
Albatrosses.
Albatrosses.
It always makes me think of that song, I'm an Albatross, by... I don't know who sings it. It's a terrible song, Rob. Don't listen to it.
Okay, I won't.
Plus, Twitch might ban our video if you play it on stream.
Let's finally resolve the octopuses versus, grammatically speaking, the plural of octopus is octopuses. As the Merriam Dictionary points out, people who use 3 different terms, however, octopi, octopuses, and octopodes, while octopi has become popular among usage, it's wrong. See? There you go. Oh, that's what happens is people say wrong shit, and then it gets adopted, and then people will say to you, language evolves. And I'm like, no.
It does.
No, you're stupid.
But it does.
Because the word anyways, even though technically correct.
Anyways.
Yeah, even though that's technically correct now and it's in the dictionary, you still sound like you live in the backwoods of Kentucky. Come on. You do.
Right,
you sound that way.
For the longest time, it took me forever to get my 8-year-old to stop saying hurted. Like in the past tense, the word hurt is still hurt.
Yeah, and
but he would say
that's
hurted
a common.
That's a
like if you're a 5-year-old and conjugating verbs, that's very common, right?
He was 7 and still saying hurted, even though I've corrected him like a million times. I'm like, no, it's hurt. You know, you hurt him, she hurt her, whatever. The past tense of that is still hurt. And he's just like, could not comprehend, does not compute.
We can't get, and he's got to be 8 now. We can't get him off last day. I love you, man. He doesn't know yesterday and tomorrow. He knows last day and next day.
Oh.
Yeah, right? Damn.
That's adorable.
What's
Caesar, up, bitches? Caesar's here.
For 12 months in a row. Thank you, sir. What up, bitches?
What's up, bitches? Every time he says it, I always try to, like, in my head, say it in a different way.
You should go back and watch.
What's up, bitches?
What game was that? One of my playlists is we did. I want to say it was Horde of the Dragon Queen. I think it was. And the guy Wolf, he's still on my Discord. He's still a Patreon of mine. I never see him, but he's around. Every single door in the whole game we ever played, he would go. I kick open the door and go, "What up, bitches?" And he would do it so mundane, so like monotone, and we would fucking howl laughing. And then one time I kick open the door and I go, "Woof, what do you say?" And he goes, "What up, bitches?" I don't know why, it was just so funny. Is that where you started saying it from? Was from watching those videos, Caesar? Yeah, that's it. That's so great.
More people would like ascribe like catchphrases or like quirks like that to their player characters, because I find if you do that, right, one, that shows you're invested like in your character, even if it's something fucking dumb like kicking the door open every single door and saying "what's up, bitches," but that just goes to show like this is my character and this is the way they are. I love that. I want people to do that at my table. I think that's fucking awesome.
It's fun.
That's awesome. It does not necessarily be that thing, you know what I mean? But
right.
What if every time your character casts magic missiles, they say something funny, or you know what I mean? Like I like that kind of stuff. Fucking love it. Everybody should do it.
Everyone should do it.
Do it.
Do it. Like do it. Do it. Do it. The plural of octopus.
Oh my god. Octopodes. That one's the best. I'm gonna start using that one, even though it's incorrect.
Octopodes. Just to piss you off. Have you guys seen any of my octopodes, sir? What we don't accept your business here.
Then the plural for fungus should be fungipodes. That doesn't work. I get it, podes meaning feet, but okay.
When I started doing this when I was maybe a teenager, maybe sometime. I said people would laugh. I'd just crack some stupid joke at school or whatever. Hey Rob, you're funny. I'm a funny guy. You can call me Fun Guy for short. Then people would go. I would expect a laugh there, and girls would go, gross. Gross. That's gross. Yeah. By the way, everybody, when you talk about like Gamergate and women in gaming, I, Rob Toohey, was the person begging girls to get into my game as far back as 1981, and no. So I tried.
Yeah, I think if you have to beg them, maybe something's not right.
I'm just saying, I tried to get them involved, but they wouldn't have it.
I get that.
They
wouldn't have it. Times have changed, man.
Yeah.
Times have changed.
Yeah, D&D's cool
now.
I
heard Rem talking about how something about my driving drives her crazy. I see what you did there.
Here,
yeah,
I'll
the
do
way
it
you
for
fucking
you,
lean
Messy.
your chair back.
This is you driving, Messy. Let's just say my phone is the steering wheel here. So this is you driving. Apparently, this is the story we get.
Yeah, that's how he fucking drives. It's true. Every time I get in the car because I need to go like run an errand or whatever, I have to spend 2 fucking minutes fixing the chair, putting it back the way it's supposed to go. And if he drives
this way, does he also have a lift kit that he has a switch? Does he have that in there? Because
no.
That's part of it too.
But he says he has massive swagger when he drives. His words, not mine. Oh my god, it's funny. He probably hates the way I drive, so. Yeah, I mean, so where I'm from, this is really racist. It's gonna sound really racist. I don't mean it in a racist way. So if you're super sensitive about this stuff, plug your ears for a second. But where I'm from, they call that driving like a cholo. So this is what it is.
So where I'm from, that's where they call it as well.
Yeah. Because it's like a West Coast thing, you know. But whatever. Be that as it may, that's what I always say. That's how Scott drives, and he's like, I don't get it, because he grew up in the Midwest. So,
short trip.
I said short trip. Oh, because I'm already crazy.
See?
Very funny.
Growing up on the mean streets of southern Illinois, you learn to keep your seat leaned back to avoid rival gangs shooting at you while you're riding dirty. Jesus.
Yep, that's my
I
husband.
believe 0% of that.
He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave that one there because it's the proof is in the pudding. I love it though, and he's awesome, even though he drives like a crazy person. I'm always worried, like, what if you get in an accident and you're leaned so far back, right? That can't be good for your spine if you are, unfortunate enough to get in an accident, which is why I always try to drive seated correctly. So I don't like get paralyzed.
P.S.
But
the proof is in the pudding is an incorrect bastardization that is widely accepted from the original.
Here we go.
The proof of the pudding is in the eating. That's the original. Oh, but people got lazy and said the proof is in the pudding, and then everyone, hey, that sounds better. Let's use that.
Well, it's 10 times faster to say.
Right.
The proof is in the pudding.
I think if I was going to say it, I would also say the proof is in the pudding.
Right, yeah. And if I say that colloquialism, you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean by saying that, which is the point. The proof is in the pudding.
I generally like trivia, and I like to learn things, as you would not assume about me, that I do like to learn things. But I especially like trivia things or things that might, like half of people or less than half of people would know, then I get to learn it. Mm-hmm. But I also am particularly fascinated with where phrases came from. Like, do you know where fly by the seat of your pants comes from? You know what it means.
But I know what it means. Like, you're just kind of making things up on the fly. You're doing it on a whim, whatever. I know what it means. But I assume, this is just my wild guess, flying by the seat of your pants has something to do with, I don't know, like 16th, 17th, 18th century witchcraft. That's what I'm going to go with.
Oh, no. That I can see where you get that. No, so where it came from was pilots when they would get blinded, either in fog,
I was way off.
or Bell, right, or they get shit on the windshield, they couldn't get it off, so they couldn't see, and so they would fly by gravity. They would tell, am I right side up or am I not, by the seat of their pants, literally, by physically. Happy Meal. Biddy.
It means I fixed that for you. What is I was correcting him. Fix that for you. Like, I fixed that for you. I corrected you. Okay, I was picking out my husband because he said happy mean instead of happy meal. But I knew what he was talking about. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's really cool. I didn't know that about the...
Yeah, so it's always fun to find out what phrases, how they got started, especially ones that you yourself may have said dozens and dozens and maybe even hundreds of times and just never known where it came for.
Now I'm trying to think of, where does "it's raining cats and dogs" come from?
Let's find out.
I have to know. Like, who the fuck even thought of that in the first place? Like, wow, it sure is raining out there. Like, cats and dogs. Like, it doesn't even make sense.
Cats and dogs. It's mass hysteria. I think I want to say I knew this at one time, but I don't. The answer is we don't know. The phrase might have had its roots in Norse mythology, medieval superstitions, the obsolete word catadup, which means waterfall, or dead animals in the streets of Britain being picked up by storm waters. So,
oh, I don't like it. No, that's
it's raining cats and dogs because they're all dead.
Oh, yeah. I don't like it. I'm never gonna use it again. That's terrible to think about. Like, it's raining so much, there's gonna be dead animals in the road later. Like, what the fuck? That's dark.
And then there's the whole thing about people hear things wrong. Like, it's card sharp with a P, not card shark, like a swimming fish. But people say
I did not know that.
Yeah,
I was not aware.
It's card sharp. Because you're skilled with cards, right? You're sharp. It's not a shark. You're not gonna fucking eat anybody.
Right, but I thought a shark was somebody who was really skilled at what they do. Like, there's a whole fucking show called Shark Tank because they're sharks. See, they're aggressive like sharks and they're really good at stuff. Something like that.
By the way, there was a game show called Card Sharks in the 70s.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You would like the Bone Apple Tea subreddit. That subreddit is so it has Rob's name all over it.
I don't know how to use Reddit.
It's like where oh my god, you don't know how to use Reddit?
Well, I've been on Reddit since the beginning. I've been on Reddit since like 02 or something, whenever they fucking started it. But I get on there and I can't decipher how to fucking like no you can't do that. You got to do /r and then you don't post that here and fucking fuck you people. So I hate Reddit.
Oh my god.
I hate it.
I love Reddit.
Also, GitHub. I don't get it.
Subscribe to so many. I don't get GitHub either, but that's like a whole nother story. I like Reddit. The thing about Reddit is like you can find really focused communities. Like there's a Fantasy Ground subreddit. There's a D&D subreddit. There's like 50 D&D subreddits if I'm being honest. There's a Battle Maps subreddit. And so basically I get the app on my phone. It's called Reddit is Fun. It's the best Reddit reading app out there. I don't give a shit what anybody else says.
And what's it called?
And Reddit is Fun. And you log into your Reddit account and you can just like press the little like you can subscribe to the subreddits that you like. So if you go to r/D&D or whatever, right, and you like the D&D subreddit, you can subscribe to it, and then it's all on the left side now for you. So you have like this little list of only the subreddits that you follow, basically. And if you swipe that away, your whole homepage only shows you the newest posts from the subreddits that you are subscribed to. You don't have to look at any other subreddits. Like R Funny is like the hugest subreddit out there, but you can like if you don't subscribe to it, you won't get all of that in your feed or whatever.
Gotcha.
Kind of like Twitter, but for Reddit. And yeah, I like it because there's some stuff that works really well on Reddit than any other like so what I would consider social media sort of platform. But I think it's really easy to have like sort of focus conversations and stuff like that. Plus some Reddit communities are huge. There's like huge, like the D&D Reddit subreddit is fucking gigantic. So you could literally pop on and like ask a question and have it be answered in like 10 seconds. It's awesome.
Reddit.
I'm checking how many subscribers are on the D&D subreddit. 2,168,481. That's how many people you can just chat with on the D&D subreddit. And that's
but they get mad if you advertise shit, right? Like if I go there and put hey
yeah, a lot of subreddits don't like advertising, and that's fine. I don't use Reddit for advertising. I get it. Like there are some subreddits you can advertise stuff on, but not that many. Most people don't like it because it's meant to be more like a forum, like for discussion and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Right. There's ways to advertise by having discussions. There's a Reddit extension to use. Oh yeah. Information consolidation.
Scuba said animals used to sleep on thatched roofs. I think it means roofs. I've never seen it spelled that way.
I don't think it is spelled
that way.
When
it would rain heavily, the animals would slip off the roof, and when people saw them falling past the windows, they would say it's raining cats and dogs.
Oh my god.
That's
the plural of roof is ROOVES. Exactly.
I never knew that. Get the fuck out of here. I always thought it was roofs with an S. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Holy shit, Scuba. I never knew it was roofs. It looks weird. I mean, like, I know if you say hoof, it's hooves, plural. And I'm trying to think of other ones, but that's all I've got now, hoof and hooves. But roofs looks weird.
It does.
It just doesn't look right. Roofs. Okay, now it just feels like not a real word. Do you ever do that? Like, you say a word a couple different times, and you're like,
all
"That's
the
not a
time.
real word."
I see words all the time that I've been looking at them for 30, 40 years going, that just doesn't seem right. But I know it
Right?
is, but I still am not convinced, and then
Yeah.
you check it on spell checker. Yeah.
Like, write or say the word specific like 20 times, and it starts to not sound like a real word.
Specific. Hey, did you know the name George is the name that never ends? Did you know about this? Because GEORGEORGEORGEO, it never stops.
Oh. Ridiculous. Another great word.
I told that to
ridiculous.
the guy I went to the loan officer the other day, and he goes, and his name was George, and I said, did you know that? And he goes, no. Yeah, he was hilarious, this guy. Let me tell you about this guy. So I go in there. First of all, they don't let you in. You got to sit in your car, and then you call them up, and they come out and get you in the bank, right? And so I go in there, and I'm talking to him, and he goes, well, how's your credit? And I said, oh, it's above 800, like 809. And he runs my credit, and it comes back 821. And I go, oh, shit. He goes, higher than you thought. And I go, yeah. And he goes, you could do a little better.
What?
It was hilarious. And then I said, and he goes, normally we print these letters out and send them to you in the mail, but since you're here, I'll just give it to you. And it said on the credit letter, your credit score is higher than 100% of people in the United States. Yeah. And I said, I don't think I can do any better. And he just looked at me and went, foreigners, they have better credit than you. He was fucking hilarious. And then we got to talking about like background and ethnicity and stuff. And he's like Scotch Irish or whatever, this guy. And then I told him, I said, I ran my DNA, and I'm 5'5", right? Mm-hmm. Now I was 5'6", thank you. And I said I ran my DNA, and I am in fact 1% African American. And without even fucking hesitating, he goes, "Oh, so that's where you get the height." And I fucking lost it. I'm in this bank laughing. And people in the other, like tellers in the, there's no customers. It's just like 6 staff and me, right? They're looking, going, what are they laughing at in there? It was hilarious. The guy was funny.
That's funny. Yeah, I shouldn't have laughed at that, but that's funny.
Scuba, I ran my DNA and found out I'm 5'5". That's funny. That's what you should do. Is do jokes.
For some reason, I thought you were taller. I know other people have brought it up. They've made short jokes about you. Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
You mean to you when I'm not around? But for some reason,
I thought you were taller. No. To you while we're all in chat. And
oh, right. Because
not this show, but on the Sunday show, somebody's brought it up before. Yeah.
Because they're haters. Well, because if I was proportionate to my weight, I'd be 7 feet tall. That'd be fucking awesome.
Well, wouldn't we all?
But you're like 5'8", aren't you?
No, dear God, no. I wish I was 5'8", but then I'd be taller than my husband. I'm 5'6".
Okay, so you're the height I was for most of my life. What happened was I woke up from my...
and I think I'm shrinking, which is normal.
Yeah, everybody shrinks, right? It is normal. I fucking finally came to
the... but I mean, it's really normal for women after like several pregnancies. I am told that you'll get fatter, but get shorter.
By the way,
totally normal. It's fine.
Apparently, a major organ transplant causes you to lose 1 inch, not a half an inch or 3/4 inch, a full inch. They measured me after my transplant, and I shrunk an inch, and I burst into tears.
Posture, maybe? Like,
I don't know. I said, put it back. I said, put that fucking thing back in there. I don't care. And I was crying. And I was like, measure it again. And they're like, Rob. And I'm like, measure it again. And they're like, okay. And I was like, is it the same? And she goes, yeah. I was so upset. I was a grown man. I was like a 48-year-old man, burst into tears because I lost an inch. But because my whole life I was the kid. It was always the short kid, and I just don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like
I've always been, from what I understand, I'm very average height. I've always been average height. But there was a time, like in middle school, where I was taller than everybody. It didn't last very long. But I think because like girls grow more gradually and then boys grow in like spurts or whatever. So there was one point where I was like the second tallest kid in my class, and I was like, yeah. But then everybody caught up in shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't very tall.
Short people do
Everybody
live longer,
else in
though.
my
That is true.
family is taller, though.
Short
Like,
people...
my mom is a little bit taller than I am. My dad's taller than I am. All my brothers are taller than I am. I fucking hate it. I'm the shortest person in my family. Why are you laughing at me?
Because now you're angry, like me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
my brothers are hecka tall. My two oldest brothers, one is like basically 6 feet. He's like a quarter inch under 6 feet, and then the other one is 5'11", also. So practically 6 feet. Yeah. They're tall. And then my next oldest brother is 5'8", 5'9", somewhere in that ballpark. I'm short. I'm the short one. I don't like it.
For a woman, you're not short, though.
Yeah, I'm average. That's great. I'm probably the American average woman is 5'6".
I would kill to be average. I'm actually short.
What's the average height for men?
5'7" or 5'8".
5'8"?
Yeah.
Probably 5'8".
5'8". Because average for a woman is 5'5", I think. So
I'm an inch taller than
I'm an average woman. And I have a nice B cup, so everything's fine.
Oh wow, the average male height is 5'6".
What?
That's how tall I am.
No,
yeah, I just looked. The average height of human men is 5'6", according to Google. But in the U.S., it's taller for some reason.
Oh right,
you have to think of like how many other cultures typically have people of much shorter stature than Americans.
Yes, that is true. I have
Europeans.
to move to Japan.
So you'll be super tall.
Japan. Look at him. He's so white.
5'9" is the average height of men.
Oh my God, Netherlands. So I'm going to read you the countries from tallest men to shortest men. I'm not going to read them all. Netherlands, Germany, Australia, Canada, United Kingdom.
Tall.
Where the fuck is the United States on this goddamn list?
Way the fuck not on there. Oh, because they talked about it in the paragraph above. Oh yeah. I think it said 5'9" for the US.
Right. So the UK and Canada, Australia, Germany, and Netherlands all have taller people.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
I heard a funny thing. This has nothing to do with anything. It's only because I saw the word Germany that made me think of this. But I heard this funny thing. Robin Williams years ago was being interviewed on German television. Mm-hmm. And it was a typical interview where the interviewer was telling him, "Oh, you're so funny, and there's a lot of funny Americans, and I wonder why we don't have so many funny people here in Germany." And Robin Williams goes, "I think you killed them all."
Oh no.
And he just said it with that. I want to see if I can find that on YouTube. Oh wow. My God.
That is.
Because Jewish people are funny. That's the joke.
We are. Thank you very much.
See? Oh, guess what, everybody? Robin yelled at me the other day for giving her a Christmas present.
I didn't yell at you.
Yes, you did.
I said, let's not rehash that. Okay. Thank you for the Christmas gift.
Oh, someone's a little sensitive. Okay.
No, it's just, it's old news. Not fake news. It's just old news.
I'm going to be speaking about this for at least the next 2 years. I'm going to be speaking about it to you until the next president takes office. The next one, not this one, but the next one. That's us, by the way. That's you and me.
So, well, I don't know about all that. But...
Oh, so now you're getting scared and you don't want to do it.
Yeah, because politics is scary, man.
Yeah. I don't want people looking into my past. Fuck that.
It's not. I like Christmas. We celebrate Christmas in our house with the tree and everything. We decorate it, and
No, I'm not counting that, Celestian.
When Harris takes over Biden passing, that's mean. Oh my gosh, that's yikes. And he didn't want
celebrate
to have to buy 7
Hanukkah.
more.
It's not to Chanukah. You play your harmonica.
Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel.
I made it out of clay.
I made you
dreidel,
out of
dreidel,
clay.
Dreidel.
With dreidel, I will play.
That's all I know.
That's all I remember.
I used to tell people.
You're welcome.
I used to tell people, "Oh, Shakespeare? To be or not to be, Oh, now I can't do it. Whether to suffer the slings and arrow of outrageous fortune, are you impressed, or shall I continue? And no one ever told me, yeah, go on.
Oh,
So then I
yeah,
just
go on.
Oh, here's Lisa from DM's Guild. Could you please send me a screenshot? Okay.
Oh, is this the
DM's
thing?
Guild shit, yeah.
The
The DM's Guild and
yeah,
their
yeah.
shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Kind of like Twitch and their
Shenanigans.
shenanigans. Do you know how many VODs I deleted off my channel today? And I was very sad because
A
I
lot.
couldn't get some of them to download. I deleted a lot, yeah. So way back in the day, I used to stream like competitive games. That's what I used to play on my Twitch channel. And I had some like charity streams and yeah, just like all kinds of memories, you know what I mean? Like good memories
Yeah.
from back in the day. Somebody's gonna get mad that I said that, but I was really sad. I had to
For back in the
delete
day.
a bunch of them because I was listening to music and streaming and gaming and poning to noobs and stuff in my games. Oh well, they're all gone now. Goodbye VODs. Goodbye memories. Sad face. I kept
Sad
some of them
face!
that technically have music in them, but the music is so low and I'm talking so much, I don't think they'll get flagged. You know what I'm saying? I kept some of those. Cause fuck it. DMCA. Fuck it.
DMCA, you gotta fuck the DMCAA. See what I did there? Reply.
I did see what you did there, but how would you do the
How did I do what? Oh, I didn't.
I was trying to do the letters.
Oh, D.
No, not like that.
Oh,
your whole body. Yeah, there you go.
DM. Oh, I just got a cramp in my. Look at that. Look at that. I can't.
Scuba's trying to put a link for somebody.
Just use dot. I told Missy, just use dot. Say DOT instead of the dot, and then we'll get the rest of the link. People can replace it. It's not that hard.
This came up in the portals link. We're sorry, this title is not available. Oh yeah, you have to use the new. You have to buy the new portals. Moskinfaz. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, but on DM's Guild, just search for portals revamped, and that'll get you the new.
Yes,
portals.
And if you own portals, there is a README thing in there that tells you this needs to be replaced and gives you instructions on how to do that. For free.
I'll put the link. Since I'm a mod, I think I can put the link.
For free.
Yeah, there should be directions in your old portals, which you'll find from like your library in the files. If you read the README in the old portals, if you've already bought it, it will give you the directions on how to get revamped for free. Basically, the free upgrade. But there's the portals revamped. Boom, got it. I got you. Yeah, we tried doing permit people before, but it never works.
And it's all jacked
I don't know why.
up.
Oh, I should have put your affiliate code on it. Sorry, Rob, I forgot.
That's okay.
I was just trying to do it quick. What are you doing?
I'm because it's timely. I'm because Lisa responded to me
Oh,
from
right.
Field. Yeah.
Fucking Rob is writing emails
Yeah,
while we're having a show together.
I'm gonna share it.
Fuck you.
But I'm gonna share it with everybody to show people what's going on with the DMs
show
Guild.
with Robin? Yeah, I can do work. I can write emails.
No, it's not work. It's not work. It's creating my sanity. Now it seems the total is there without that, and you have to chase down.
No, fuck you. I'm gonna go check my email now.
Your affiliate earnings and calculate them.
Okay, you don't have to do it where everybody can see your email to Lisa. Lisa, I think that's how you pronounce her name.
No, it's Lisa. I've had her on the show. The total, including affiliate earnings, used to be at the bottom where the red box is. Now it seems the total is there without that, and you have to chase down your affiliate earnings and calculate them. It just seems bad. That's what I'm sending her. It's sent. It's too late.
No, don't say that, Rob. Just say
Lisa and I have a special relationship.
It's very inconvenient. God damn it, you fucking sent it.
I sent it. I can undo it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna undo it. Okay, here we go. Here it is. This is what we want. This is what everybody wants. Your forehead. Something. What are you doing, Robin?
I was being exasperated at you.
Oh, I thought you were typing an email. How dare you do that while we're on the show?
Because I can't believe you said that. You know what? Whatever. You're your own person. You do you. Boo boo.
It's only good if you add the if you add the boo boo at the end of it. That's what makes it good.
Yeah, you do you, boo boo. There's something in my eye. It's like super bothering me. Oh,
what
look
is?
How blind I am.
Oh, but I can't.
There's something in my eye.
I still have headphones on because it's 1997 and I can't figure out how to do it without headphones.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's eyes always look so small when they take their glasses off. Like I have teeny tiny little eye holes. And your eyes look really small.
So everybody, I'm going to ask everybody watching this question. If you do this in the morning, and then once I ask you, even if you don't, you will now because you won't be able to help yourself. Every morning when I wake up, I check to see if I'm blind in one eye or not. I check on both. Do you guys do that? Do you do that, Robin?
No, I don't.
You will now.
I know my right eye is significantly worse than my left eye. Like every time I go, to do my yearly exams and everything, he'll be like, "Okay, close your right eye," and I'm like, "Oh, I can still kind of see, whatever." And then he's like, "Okay, close your left eye," and I'm like, "Holy fuck, I can't see anything." It's really bad. My son has even worse vision than I do. I feel he's only 13 and his prescription for his glasses is like so much stronger than mine. I've put his glasses on and I'm like, damn.
Yeah, and I'm fucked up. I've got one far-sighted eye and one near-sighted eye, which is good in case the apocalypse comes, because then I can just.
Do you need like bifocals?
I have what are they called?
Yeah, bifocals, my friend.
Yeah, but there's no line. They're like there's a special name for them, whatever the fuck they are. Yeah, and no, I don't need them, but they don't. But they tell me. They go, well, you don't need them, but you want them, and here's why. And then it's when they tell me why, it's like far and near. So if you're reading or looking,
yeah,
your eyes won't work as hard. They say you don't need them, but it's progressives. Thank you. Oh my god, I was gonna have a heart attack until I said that word. So thank you.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yes,
I just can't. If something's further than like 3 feet away from me, I can't fucking. Everything's blurry after that. Like. But I can read a book without my glasses. I can use my phone without my glasses. I don't need them for things like right here. I'm very nearsighted. Yeah, that would be nearsighted, right? I can't see things that are like more than 3 feet away from me though. It's like blur city. It's really bad.
That would be good. It would be good if you were single. It would be good if you were single.
I guess.
So you can't see these guys. Sure. Anyway, listen. Right, yeah. Until about 5 years ago. So, scuba, I was just going to talk about that. Until about 5 years ago, I thought that, people say, oh, you have astigmatism, right?
Right. That's where, like, one of your, or both.
Right.
It has to do with the cornea, right?
Yeah, well, it's your eye. It's the shape of your eye, right? So
it's like oblong.
Until like 5 years ago, I thought the word was astigmatism, and what people have been saying is you have a stigmatism. It starts with an S, not an A, and I didn't know that till like 4 years ago.
Well, there's both.
There is.
There's stigmatism, and then there's astigmatism. They're the opposites of each other. So one is where it's like squished in, one direction, and then the opposite of it would be in the other direction. Look, I'm not a fucking ophthalmologist.
No.
So I don't know. So don't ask me to explain it. I didn't go to school for this.
So here's what's so funny about you. You start to offer your opinion, or you start to offer what you know about something, and it's correct. And what you're stating is true, and then halfway through you go, listen, I'm not an expert, so stop asking me. Even though I just told you what it was.
Because I have to defend myself in the case that I'm wrong. Because I've noticed in my lifetime and in the last like 8 years that I've done anything on Twitch, the moment you're wrong, people like to fucking drag you for
my
it.
God, I pray for that, even though I don't pray. But I live for that. If I'm wrong, I want people to see. That's the thing.
I don't mind being called out, but I don't like being, you know me, I don't like being like made fun of, or like when people are like, oh, you're so stupid. I don't like that. Like, I don't like it when it's negative. If it's positive, like, hey, actually, here's the right information, that's fine. But I hate when people are assholes about it. That's just me. You know,
if I said nuclear, I would want people to say, you know, it's nuclear, right? I would want them to say
fine.
That. Yeah,
that's fine. It's like messy. It's my standard disclaimer. Like, I'm not a fucking doctor, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
But you're so funny. You were like, this is what I heard you say. So Rob, 1 + 1 = 2. But listen, I'm not a mathematician. So fucking don't ask me. That's what I heard.
The off chance that 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2. You never know. 1 + 1 might equal 11.
Now you're just blowing my mind. You blew my mind.
Because if you put a 1 next to another 1.
Yeah, what does 1 + 1 equal? 11? Oh,
11.
No, I know. Roman numeral 2? I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. Oh,
Messy likes our show.
2. Now my eyes are watering, damn it.
Well, I tend to make women cry, so there you go.
I was just laughing so much. But I couldn't find my box of tissues anymore, so this is it. This is what I got.
Here you go. Here you go, Robin. Here you go.
Thanks. Oh my God.
Now, should I be wiping your picture or the camera? I couldn't decide. I couldn't decide which one to do.
Do both for good measure.
Yeah. Here we go. It's over. 1 + 1 = 11 all day and all night.
How do we always get up to so much crazy shenanigans?
I don't know, because we don't. This show has no format.
Oh, I love it.
Which is why
seriously, my eyes are so watery. I can't. I'm crying. Okay, I'm good. I think I'm good.
Astigmatism. Isn't that what you say when you sneeze?
Astigmatism or stigmatism. Now I need to look it up, though. We're back on it. We're back on it.
We're back on it. Get down on it.
Oh, no. I guess it's the same thing? I'm so confused.
Well, it doesn't matter, because if you say...
Oh, no. They're two different things. So stigmatism refers to the image formation property of an optical system, which... Oh, my God. I'm already falling asleep. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. That's a whole lot of blah. Okay. Astigmatism is a refractive error. I don't get it. Okay, look, I've already checked out. I'm not gonna be an eye doctor, so I don't need to know. I don't get it. Nobody ever makes like, I really wish there was like more medical websites or whatever. If you just want to learn about something, just for everyday layman's purposes, why the fuck they don't tell you why? I can't even English now. Why don't they tell you on these websites things in layman's terms in the first place? Like, they should make it easier for people to understand. I don't know. This is why
they need to put the definition as it is in like the dictionary or whatever, and then there needs to
medical terms. Sure,
there needs to be a subsection where they go, "Hey, Cletus, this is what this means."
And give me pictures too while you're at it.
I want you to show me the astigmatism and also the front stigmatism and the vagina stigmatism.
The left stigmatism. And, yeah, okay.
Show it to me.
Man, my face hurts. So thanks.
Anyways, guys, murder hornets.
Quote 111 is the best quote on earth in this channel now.
Urban Dictionary. I believe I have an Urban Dictionary entry. I think I do. Maybe 2 of them.
That's my quote, and I'm sticking to it. It's like the best quote. I love it. Rob, I don't have a dick, therefore I can't be a dick. This was said last night.
Yep,
and it was funny.
That
sounds really weird.
I have an Urban Dictionary entry from April 5th, 2008.
Do you?
Yeah. It's called... Will it say it?
Suckasin.
I won't pronounce it. Oh, it's loading. It's called Suckasin.
What?
What do you imagine that might be? Suckasin. Suckusin.
I don't even know.
The act of getting sucked into a TV show you didn't intend to watch. I was flipping through the channels and I hit some stupid infomercial and I totally got suckasin.
Yep.
5 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down.
I like it. That happens all the time. Sometimes my husband and I have like polar opposite tastes in shows. He'll start watching one and I'm like, yeah, this is so not something I would like to watch.
Yeah.
But then I fucking watch it anyways. And then I get hooked and I'm like, oh no, what happened to Jesse? Or, whatever. And I'm like, damn it, I didn't want to like this show from the beginning. I'm not a dickologist. I'm not a dick at all. I'm like the nicest person ever.
Wow, I never heard you laugh so hard after that.
It's true. I'm so nice. I can't even say. Oh my god.
You're not a dickologist? That seems a shame.
I'm not a dick doctor.
That seems a shame.
I would never want to be a dick doctor. What do they call urologist?
Yeah, there's a big difference, Robin.
I would never want to be that. Not in a million years. Do you have any dicks you would have to look at? Like,
you go to the urologist and the guy's strapping on a glove. Bend over, Mr. Tui. Wait, what the fuck? You got the whole fist up there, Doc? Or?
I know sometimes men think that, and I don't speak for all women, but I at least speak for myself and lots of other women. But men think that women want to see dicks as much as men, straight men, want to see boobs and vagina, right? Like, or ass or whatever you're into. No, that's like, I could give a shit about like there's nothing about looking at a dick that's like erotic at all. Like, it's just not the way it works.
All right, now,
like when you're in a relationship or whatever, if he's like, hey, look at my shit, like that's not what does it for me.
What is something to not an action, not an attitude, not an event, but what is something to look at that is erotic other than the penis?
I see it, but I mean, I think that's, and this is gonna sound probably, everybody's gonna be like, well, not all women and not all men or whatever. That's fine. But for me personally, and probably lots of other women, it's not a visual thing. Like, I don't look at like model men and just be like, oh, so hot, hubba hubba, like, man, I gotta take my clothes off. Like, it just, for me, it's not a visual thing. I'm more like with my husband, like, I love when we just cuddle naked. Like, that's what does it for me. It's like no clothes, cuddle. I'm great, because for me it's like the connection, the feeling of it or whatever, but it doesn't have to be a visual thing. Is that weird? And maybe, I don't know.
No, it's not weird at all. As a matter of fact, I'm starting a new hashtag, be like Robin.
Be like Robin. Cuddle naked.
Be like Robin. Looks don't matter. It's all about.
And I'm not an eroticologist. Wouldn't it just be wait, is there a doctor that revolves around just with a sex therapist? Is that a thing? I'm sure that's a thing. Probably.
Do you know who Dr. Ruth is?
Yeah, men
Robin?
are visual, women are emotional. I've heard of her, but I don't know who she is. No.
So she's a sexologist, and she
did a TV show, right?
Yeah, she was really famous in the 80s, and she was like this, 70-year-old, really like 4'10" German woman. Uh-huh. And she'd be like, Larry, take the man's penis. And he's like, do I take the man's penis? No, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Ruth Westheimer, yeah. Dr. Ruth Westheimer. Look it up. I believe she's still alive.
Do I want to look it up though?
Oh, it's just funny to read about her.
To know if I'll be scarred for life.
I think her name was Dr. Ruth Schwanzenheimer. No, that's not true. She is fucking alive. She's 4'7" and she's 92.
Damn.
So when she was about 20 years ago was when she was really 20 and 30 years ago.
She was like a sex person. What's the word? Therapist. That's what you said,
yeah,
right?
I mean,
was that the word you used?
A German American sex therapist. That's right.
Okay. So I guess I don't understand what somebody would need sex therapy for. So explain this one to me.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel woefully ignorant right now. I've never had like a moment in my life where I'm like, man, I really need sex therapy.
No, but there are people who.
But I think I'm just ignorant. I'm unsure.
Well, there could be myriad reasons, but probably the most common are, just people have trouble making a connection. So.
Well, yeah, it's called a one night stand. Okay.
Well, but you might be in a relationship and all of a sudden don't know how to act and don't know, And then the reason I'm looking for it is there are sex therapists who, as part of therapy, legally have sex with their patients. This is what I'm looking for. I don't need the therapy. I just need the sex. But it's probably
it's basically legal. Prostitution,
right? But it's a way to skirt
which
it.
I'm not saying I am.
But as I understand it,
anti-prostitution.
As I understand it, you can't just go sign up for therapy and get your insurance to pay for you to have sex with a woman. But also, it wouldn't be right away. It would be after months and months and months that you would whatever.
I'm just shocked that that's a legal thing because I know how Americans feel.
Yeah,
about
like GWD, like victims of abuse, right? Who can't. They're too scared to do it, but they want to get married and have a family, so they need a therapist to help them and say, look, you can do this. This is possible. We'll do it. We'll practice it. It's emotionally detached, I think, from therapy, right? But you would teach somebody how to be able to procreate. That's a good reason for those people who, unlike me, give a shit about children.
Yeah, I mean,
I tried to make the most disdainful face I could just then.
Kidding. I love my kids. My kids are awesome.
You're like, yeah,
take it or leave it. No, I'm kidding. But I love my kids, and I like being their mom. I would never want to be anybody else's kid's mom because most other people's kids drive me crazy. Me too. Hard pass on that. Even my own nephews and nieces, who I do love because they're my nephews and my nieces, but even then I'm like, no, I wouldn't want to be your parent, like not in a million years.
So you're not the legal guardian listed in the will then,
right? Yeah, I'm probably not.
Probably. Wouldn't you know? Hey, guess what? You get this piece of paper. Oh fuck.
Sex with a sex therapist doesn't sound great. I don't know, but maybe they're very good at it too.
Yeah, first of all, if we're talking about just me, Rob Tui, it's gonna be great because I think they probably know what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like I said earlier, I'm very uneducated on this topic. I didn't even know it was really a thing. My eyes have been opened. But yeah, I don't know what to say.
I don't think that's how you do it.
I've never even heard of this, really. What?
Oh, you mean you didn't even know sex therapy was a thing? You never heard of
it? I mean, I'm sure I've heard of it, but it's just not something I'm not that familiar with it, no.
Okay.
It's not something.
Yeah, it's a thing.
So like me, when something intrigues me, I go and read a lot about it, and I've read a lot about some weird shit. Like one day, planning for my D&D game, I was reading about how often are deserts and rainforests and forests closer to the coastlines or more inland. Like I've read all about climatology, okay? Like a fucking lot of it. Because I'm always building worlds for my D&D games and I want like the climates to be realistic. But yeah, never in my life have I been like, what is sex therapy? You know what I mean? Like it's not something I've ever needed to look up a lot about.
There you go. Now you can.
Indeed.
Indeed, instead of outdeed.
Indeed. Indeed.com.
Emu.
But I know that the website. What is Indeed.com for? I always forget. I'm going to look it up
What
now.
is Indeed.com?
Oh, it's a job website. That's right.
Oh, right. Like Monster.com and all that. Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's it.
Scuba. Yeah. Indeed. This is great.
I feel like this conversation has gone weird and has lasted longer than the standard 76 seconds. Are you trying to say that each topic Robin and I covered lasts an average of 1 minute and 15 seconds? Is that what you're trying to say? I don't understand.
Sounds about right.
You got that
Typical
right.
Men. 76 seconds.
You got that right.
Yep, sounds about right.
Essentially, you're saying that. Okay, 7 minutes 16, I guess it would be. You got that right.
My cheeks hurt from our little laugh
from
fest
this
earlier. What the fuck were we laughing about so much? I didn't even remember. Isn't that weird how that happens?
Well, because it's all funny. So it's all a big blur.
It is all funny.
What'd you and Robin talk about? Fuck, I don't know. It was funny.
Yeah, I don't know. We
Watch
had a good time.
Video.
It was funny.
Fuck.
Watch the fucking VOD. Yeah. So that people later on can bring up stuff and be like, hey guys, remember when you talked about blah blah blah? And I'll be like, no, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah,
I have a horrible memory.
It's
though.
Funny. I always thought about like say comedy movies that are a particular favorite, or even scenes from a movie. I remember they were asking when Dumb and Dumber came out, they were asking Jim Carrey a bunch of specific questions about specific scenes, and he was like, I don't even remember that. And they go, how can you not remember that? And he goes, well, look at it from my perspective. I was just at work that day. It's all the same. I mean, it's all the same. You know, it doesn't. Yeah, I don't remember specific moments because it's all just craziness from wake up to go to bed and day after day after day. I don't remember that, and people were like, oh, I guess that makes sense.
It's true.
Because there was a good Ronald Reagan back in the infamous Iran-Contra hearings. Even if you don't have not seen it, you know what it is from history. They asked him, I was watching this, and I was like 19 years old or something. And then they said, Mr. Reagan. Well, no, this would have been years after. Anyway, they were asking, they were quizzing him, and they were not quizzing, but questioning him. And they said, on the afternoon of August 15th, 1985, where were you? And then Reagan goes, the senator let me ask you, on August 15th, 1985, where were you? And the guy goes, we're not talking about me, we're talking about you. And he's like, I don't fucking know where I was. Fuck you. It was amazing. Yeah. I don't recall. Yeah.
Right. I wouldn't remember if somebody asked me, where were you last Tuesday? Well, I guess now I would remember. I was at home because COVID-19. But, I mean, I get the premise of it. I would not fucking remember jack shit. Why are you laughing so much? Did you snort your drink?
Yeah, because COVID-19. Have you seen the...
I mean, let's be honest, because now I only go out like once every 10 days, give or take, to go get groceries. Like, I don't fucking go anywhere.
Gooba would have spit up his drink too. Oh. So, have you seen the Ryan Reynolds Mint Mobile commercials?
I'm gonna say I don't think so, which is weird because Messi loves Ryan Reynolds and watches everything Ryan Reynolds. So he usually is like, oh, "Hey, Robin, watch this." And
he bought.
I don't think I've seen it yet.
He's an investor in Mint Mobile, and so the commercials they've been running for like 6 months now. He comes up. It starts out, and there's this scene or whatever, and it lasts for like 2 seconds, and then Ryan Reynolds comes on and goes, well, that's where we had to stop production. Now we just have to show a slide because, And it's really funny because he doesn't say COVID-19, but you know exactly what he's talking about.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Great.
I'm not a gay man, but I'd let Ryan do it.
Oh, messy. I would let him do stuff to both of us at the same time.
Oh,
That's how
that's
not
funny.
gay I am, but how much I love Ryan Reynolds.
That's
If Blake
funny. I
Lively
don't
was
get
there,
it
it'd be
because
okay.
I don't think that Ryan Reynolds is particularly like that handsome. Like he's a good-looking guy, but he's not like the most handsome man on earth. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. I need a minute. I'm not understanding the English words you're putting together right now.
All right.
I don't
Well,
comprehend.
neither is
Who's
Brad Pitt. I don't get the hype for Brad Pitt either. I don't think he's that.
my comedy partner Ray Klein was roommates with Brad Pitt in college.
I'm not saying they're ugly, by the way. That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm not saying oh, Ryan Reynolds is so fucking ugly. That's like not at
Who's
all.
the
Like
hottest Hollywood? Who's the hottest common that everybody would know when you mention their name? Who would
for
that be?
me, oh my
For
god, that's
men,
so
yeah, for
hard
man.
because
It's
I don't watch a lot of movies.
listen, Robin, I can help you. It's spelled TWOHY. Okay, just get that in there and
Right.
don't. No, I'm just
Yes.
kidding. No, but
That
who would
guy.
you say like a Hollywood actor
Um
or fame? They don't have to be an actor, a famous
uh,
person.
well, I have weird tastes because for me and I get made fun of this for all the time. But I don't it's hard to explain, but like I'll watch an actor, they might be like cursory glance, okay, they're
Yeah,
attractive. There's lots of attractive actors out there. But I think sometimes I'll watch movies like with the same actor over and over and I like the roles they play or I'll watch interviews with them and I like their personality and then I'm like that's an attractive actor if that makes any sense.
yeah, it
So
makes
I guess
sense.
for me it would be Ewan McGregor. I
Okay,
think like
that's
pretty
I
up
don't
there.
even have a problem with that at all. Obi-Wan
But it's
Kenobi, you
the way
betcha.
he smiles. He's like got such a nice, like happy. You're like, oh, I want him to hug me, kind of
Yeah,
smile. Okay, all right. Anyways,
yeah.
that's it.
So
I'm
like,
done.
a lot of people won't know but like I'm attracted to personality as much as I am beauty. You know, the
Right?
American
Yeah.
standard of
Yeah.
beauty that's been shoved down our throats. But like
Yeah.
Andrea Savage, for those of you that know who that is,
I don't know who that is.
yeah,
Sounds like a porn star's name,
she's
though.
she's in a she's in a
It
show called
does.
she's in a show called I'm Sorry, which I've told people to watch, and it's just her whole swinging free attitude. I don't know. I can't explain it. Andrea
I don't know who
Savage.
she is.
She's not traditionally like model looking like you would think. Why is he? But her whole thing. She's got a
Yeah.
podcast. She's married. Anyway.
Yeah, that's like for me too, I appreciate a good-looking woman, and I'm not ashamed to say that. But I think there's a lot of actresses and models that in my opinion, they're too skinny. Like I don't like really bony, skinny girls.
Yeah.
Like Heidi Klum, I think is way too skinny. I don't understand why people are like, "Oh,
I
Heidi
well,
Klum, hubba hubba."
I mean it's personal taste,
What?
right? But I see like
So
I
skinny.
go for skinny myself, but the reason I do that is because it's an opposite. It's the opposite of me, right?
Oh, that
I'm
makes sense.
I'm not looking for somebody who looks like me. I'm looking for somebody who looks nothing like me. Like that's what I'm
Right.
looking for, you know.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
I don't want a
Ooh, I
gray-haired
love
fat.
Deborah Ann Wool, but she's also very skinny, but she's adorable. I love Deborah. I'm such a huge fan of Deborah Ann Wool. It's not even funny. Every time she's ever DM'd a D&D anything on the internet, I've
Yeah.
watched it.
Yeah.
I am like a huge fucking Deborah Ann Wool fan. It's gross.
Have you
I
watched all the
fucking love
Daredevil
her
stuff?
so much. I have not watched that. No, I'm talking about her D&D stuff because she's
Yeah,
amazing.
she's good in
I
Daredevil. You
tried
should
watching
watch it.
True Blood because I heard she was in True Blood, but I couldn't get past the first season.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
she
gave it a
was in
good
that. I
old
forgot.
college try, but I couldn't do
I
it.
never watched True Blood. My favorite thing I'm
Ugh.
watching right now, everybody, is The Undoing. Oh my god, you guys have to check it out. It's a limited series, so it's only like 8 or 10 episodes. I don't know, but it's only been 3 episodes, and the main stars of it are Hugh Grant and Nicole Kidman, and it's awesome.
I
Watch it.
love Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, it's
I
really good.
love Nicole
It's a
Kidman.
David E. Kelly show, which might mean something to some people if you follow like the production side of everything. He did like Ally McBeal
Mhm.
and all these other fucking shows. But it's a murder mystery, everybody, and it's good. Okay, thank you. The
What's
end.
it called?
It's called The Undoing.
The Undoing. Okay,
And
because every time you talk about shows and movies, I'm always like, oh, I gotta watch that. I watched The Mandalorian because you said so.
It's amazing.
I watched all the Star Wars movies because you said so. I watched. I like The Mandalorian. That's all I'm gonna say.
By the way, I'm about to.
I watched The Boys because you said so.
That show's amazing. Really,
we are in between shows right now because we just finished something.
Yeah, The Undoing is good, y'all, and.
What did we watch last? I don't remember. Oh, all the Star Wars movies.
I'm watching all the James Bond movies in a row, and I'm on.
Yes, right now, Sean Connery.
I'm on. I only have 2 to go because I'm on. Well, I've seen them all a million times, but I'm watching them all in a row, which I've done maybe 4 or 5 times in my life. And I'm on Quantum of Solace, and then I have to watch Skyfall, and then I don't have to watch the most recent one because I just watched that like a month ago before I started watching.
What's that one called?
That one's called Spectre.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah. Shockingly.
Yeah, and that's what started me. I watched Spectre because I wanted to see it again because it's the next one's coming out in next April, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna watch them all, so I did. My least favorite Bond actor, Timothy Dalton.
That's your least favorite one? Agreed. Yeah, he is pretty.
And part of that is emotional because in 1986, after Roger Moore retired, his last one was A View to a Kill, Duran Duran. And I predicted that my prediction that the next guy they would pick would be Pierce Brosnan, and they did. But he couldn't get out of his Remington Steele TV contract. So they did this fucking Timothy Dalton. And a lot of people don't know this. They originally offered Timothy Dalton the role before Roger Moore took it, but Timothy Dalton turned it down because he was only 22 years old at the time and predicted that he wouldn't be able to pull it off, which then became a true prediction many years later. Daniel Craig is good. My favorite, nobody likes my choice. My favorite Bond is Pierce Brosnan. Yeah.
Oh, God. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Because his portrayal of the character, to me, because I grew up on Roger Moore, right? Because Sean Connery was too old. That was before my time, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't fucking matter. He was still the best. My dad would watch.
Says the girl who doesn't like the production value of episodes 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, okay.
Okay, but it's different when it's Bond movies. My dad watched all the Connery ones when I was a little kid, over and over and over and over. So for me, that's Bond. Those are the best Bond movies. I've seen all of them 5 or 6 or 10 or 20 times. The best Bond movies are.
Wait, so what? Out of all the Bond movies, what's the best script? What's the best story?
I don't know.
GoldenEye!
GoldenEye's good. Yeah, I'll give you that. I like that one. I do like the new ones too. They're really cool because they're flashier, and
the thing about the new ones that I really like since
Daniel Craig.
Since Casino Royale is that they're actually a continuing story. They're all tied together.
Yeah, and which I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
With the main, I've only seen. I guess I have seen Spectre. It just was a long time ago. I don't remember it, but I'm sure Messi and I have watched it. But we just recently watched. What's the newest one?
Spectre is the newest one, and it was 2015.
Then what's the one that came before that?
The one that came before that was Skyfall, 2012.
Skyfall, thanks. Yeah. So we watched that one a long time ago. Then we've watched Spectre probably within the last year or two. Surely. I thought they were pretty good.
You can name a James Bond movie and I can tell you the year right away. Boom, like that.
Man, the Man Fuck.
The Man Fuck is still in production.
Look, I have really bad memory. So
the man fuck is in production right now, and it's about me.
Thank you, the man with the golden gun. That's what
1974.
Messi finished it for me because he finishes my sentences.
1962, AJ. Yes,
Yeah,
I know the Bond. I know the
game.
Bond. I know the order, and I know the years, and I know all of it. I know everything.
That's really good. I don't. I couldn't possibly do that.
I finish all her sandwiches.
He does finish all my sandwiches.
I finish your milkshake.
That's a Frozen joke, which we've seen Frozen the movie like 100 times.
I've never seen it. My sister tried to make me watch it. I'm like, I'm out.
Tight. Is Google the James Bond? No, I didn't want to Google them because then that ruins it. That ruins it.
No, he's saying Google it so you can ask. So you have the list or whatever. I don't know.
No, yeah, I know, but then that ruins it.
Right.
But,
like,
okay.
oh, by the way, everybody, I have this rule about trivia. The rule about trivia is not necessarily today with the James Bond movies, because I absolutely, without fear of contradiction, 100% know those years. But when I play trivia with people, my rule is that when you ask a question, you yourself have to know the answer. And the reason I have that rule is so that this doesn't happen. Hey, Rob, who was the 14th president of the United States? I don't know. Who was it? I don't know. Well, fuck you. We have to be able to know the answer. So that's the rule. Okay.
I just remembered the funniest title for a James Bond movie ever.
Octopussy?
Octopussy.
She had a tattoo, and he goes, "What's that?" That's my little Octopussy. Maud Adams was the actress who played Octopussy. She was also in a James Bond movie, Man with a Golden Gun, as a completely different character, like 11 years before that. Sorry, 9 years before that.
Diamonds are forever.
Diamonds are forever.
So good.
Shirley Bassey maybe sang that? I don't know.
Oh, the song? I know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, the 14th president was Franklin Pierce Brosnan. That's right.
Who sang the original Diamonds Are Forever? I was thinking of the Bond movie, but...
Is that Shirley Bassey? Diamonds are forever. I don't know. I'm not good on the songs.
I don't think that's how it goes. Maybe we're thinking of Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend.
Oh, well, that's a completely different...
Diamonds. I like the Moulin Rouge version of that song. If you've never seen Moulin Rouge,
it was Shirley Bassey.
Okay,
fuck yeah, I got it right. God damn
Hey, good job. Yay, good for you.
Yeah, good for you.
Good for you. Good for you.
Good on you.
This is a great show, Rob.
This is a great show. Amazing. Ask me more trivia, everybody. It doesn't have to be about James Bond.
All right.
My favorite thing about trivia isn't knowing the answer. It's not knowing and then finding out a new thing. That's my favorite thing.
How many states were in the United States in 1812?
Ooh, now do you know the answer?
Nope.
Remember the rule, Robin.
I know.
You can't ask me unless you have the answer ready to go, because I don't want to guess and then be left.
I don't know.
Fucking almost gonna come, and then it's like, no, stop, and you pinch it off, and then you
Google the answer. Let me just Google the answer.
Okay, so how many states were there in? You said 1812.
1812.
I will be completely guessing here, but I'm gonna say 34.
Oh my god, I have to count them. Hang on, I'm trying to.
Was it 27, Scuba? Okay, I was close. Oh, that's your guess. Okay.
There's not a fucking website that says what.
Right, but can't you type in Google how many states?
I did. I typed exactly that, and then it's like, here's the date. Every state was fucking added, so I have to count them. So hard. Okay, there were 18 states in 1812.
Yeah. So here I got one. I have ones that I know the answers that I can ask you. What was the last state admitted? What was the 50th state, and what year was it? And what year?
Hawaii, and I don't know what year.
Yes.
Fuck, that's hard. 1960 something. That's probably
Well,
way wrong.
if you had taken out the word something, you would have been exactly correct.
1960. I was right? What?
Yeah.
I mean, right-ish. Wow, that was a wild guess.
What's the most populous?
I knew Hawaii was the last state.
What's the most populous state?
California.
Right. And how many people are there?
That's a good question, Rob. How many people are in California? I don't know.
Isn't it like 40 million? 39 million, something like that?
Sure.
There's more people in California than are in Celestian. 380 people. So Celestian thinks there's 50 million more people in California than there are in the entire United States. There's more people in California than there are in Canada. That's right.
That's crazy. Yeah, there's more people in California than there are in
How
Canada.
many Electoral College votes does California get? Do you know?
Ooh, I used to know the answer to this. It's a lot. Like
that's 60? TOO, Celestian. TOO, not TO. It is 55.
60? 55.
Here's a good trivia question for everybody. What is the minimum any state can get for Electoral College votes?
4.
And why? Why 4? Why 3, Scuba?
I don't know why.
Because Electoral College votes is 1 for each senator, which is always 2, and then 1 for each district, right? Which in some states is the whole state's 1 district, so it's 3.
Oh, 3.
So California has 2 senators and 53 districts.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
How many people are there in the Congress? How many? The Senate and the House combined, how many is that?
A lot.
Well, technically, I mean, based on your frame of reference, that could be true. Scuba, George Orr is right. Scuba is fucking way off. What is this? You're not going to pass the U.S. citizens test.
Yeah, I would never pass the U.S. citizens test. Not in a million years.
What are the 3 branches of government, Robin?
Executive, judicial, yes. And the other one.
Right. That's right.
Hang on, it'll come to me. Wait. Executive, judicial. What the fuck is the other one called?
Legislative.
Legislature. Fuck you! I was gonna get it.
Yeah, that's the one I can never remember too. I always get that one wrong.
I was like, it was in my head, you know, but sometimes I have to think about things.
Chat, you guys can ask questions. They don't have to be about government or James Bond, but they can be.
Yeah, please not government stuff. Anything but. I mean, it's almost time for us to call the show, so we'll take a couple of questions.
We have time for a couple more questions, everybody.
A couple more questions. I'm tired. It's like 10 o'clock already for me.
You're starting to have to think, and you're like, fuck this.
Yeah, and then my brain's like, I'm out. I was trying to think if I had a question for you about something I'm knowledgeable about, but you're not.
Yes,
but I can't think of anything.
This is what I live for. This is the kind of thing I like.
I don't know.
Not Pokemon.
That's the problem. Ooh, Pokemon.
Not Pokemon.
That's a great idea.
Not Pokemon. Yes, we did that last week, AJ. We predicted that it would be, I think, at least 2030 before we saw anything.
Forever away.
Yeah, forever away.
It's me a long time ago. All right, Rob, what does Bulbasaur evolve into?
Okay, can you tell me what he is?
Shit. He's Bulbasaur. He's a grass Pokemon. What does he evolve into?
Are you looking for a name of a thing or the name of what he evolves into?
Yeah, the name of what does Bulbasaur evolve into, Rob. It's not rocket science.
Okay, spell, is it B-U-L-B?
Why, so you can Google it?
No, I'm not Googling. So, Bulbasaur?
Mm-hmm. B-U-L-B-A-S-A-U-R.
Okay, easy. Totally easy. Flowerosaur.
No.
That's not it? No. Incandescent light Bulbasaur.
No.
Okay, what is it?
Good try, though. Ivysaur.
Okay, now I'm going to tell you a little secret. You could have put a gun to my head and offered me $10 million in cash, and I would not have got that answer. There's no fucking way.
Good. I know a lot about Pokemon.
You gotta ask people trivia questions that at least have a shot at. Not like...
Okay, you have a shot at that because Bulbasaur and Pikachu and Charmander and Squirtle are the most famous Pokemon on Earth, Rob. Like, seriously.
So here's the thing.
If you don't know those four,
after you said Pikachu, I know that's the yellow one that's like the mascot of the whole thing, right? But until you said that, if you would have said, Rob, name one Pokemon, I would have not been able to do it. Because I'm not 13 years old.
I'm not 13 either.
I know. Is Robin speaking English? Oh, what is the first number? This is great. What is the first number on a rotary phone? The answer to that is 0. Is that correct?
It is 0. Are you talking about at the top going clockwise? It's a 0.
Oh, no, it's 1. It's 1. Because 0 is, if you dial 0, it's and a 1 is just...
Well, maybe some models are different because we had a rotary phone growing up and 0 was at the top.
If I said to you, my number is KL5, what am I really saying?
Number is KL5. Look, I don't know all my Roman numerals. So wait,
no,
what?
No, it's on the phone. You know, like KL51111. What's the KL stand for?
Oh my god.
Yeah, George
5.
Yeah. And why is KL5 a thing? Why would anybody say 555? What is that? There's a specific thing that's
a fake phone number.
It's fake for real. TV and movies, right? Fairfax 897.
What's the most famous phone number in a song?
8675309.
Yeah.
And who's there?
Jenny.
That's right. Jenny.
Yeah, I know that song. Jenny.
Jenny. Yeah, 86. I think AJ Quirt is a little bit delayed. I think he's.
Well, I think the whole chat is, but it's fine.
Well, no, the chat is 2 seconds behind.
Yeah.
So that should.
It's fine. No big deal.
Clefairy. What in the hell are we talking about? What is that?
Clefable. It's a Pokemon.
Oh, it
fairy
is. Okay.
Type or normal type if you play the old games.
Okay, Robin, you should know this. How many original episodes in the 60s of Star Trek?
Ooh, I don't know, but I've seen the whole series, so you would think I would know. It's been a long time since I watched it.
So can you make a good guess? Can you make a close enough guess? First of all, how many years was it on?
I don't know. Look, I don't know this stuff like you do. 50?
No, but you're a huge Star Trek
50 fan. Episodes.
No. 79,
I know answer
79.
Regis Philbin. Oh, okay. Why'd I say
Regis Philbin?
Do you know?
Yeah. What?
Have you ever watched that show and then really gotten mad at people for getting certain questions wrong that you think are like, not like, you're like, man, I'm so smart, I know this, but I mean like common fucking knowledge questions.
And I was so proud. The very first guy that ever won on that show, the $1 million question was something I knew, and I had known since 8th grade. And the guy called a lifeline, and he goes, it was his dad. And he goes, hey, Dad, I don't need your help. I just want to let you know I'm about to win $1 million.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
And the question was, how many miles from the Earth is the sun, which is 93 million.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
And
I would never win $1 million on that show.
How long does it take light to get from the sun to Earth?
Light to get from the sun to Earth?
Right.
I have no idea.
Make a guess. Just an educated guess.
I don't know, like... No, because I don't like feeling stupid anymore.
Well, but I mean, is it 8 seconds, 8 minutes, or 8 hours?
8 minutes.
You're looking at the chat, goddamn it! I see you cheating. It is. It's 8 minutes.
I didn't. I wasn't looking at chat. That was my thinking face.
So
is it 8 minutes?
It is 8 minutes.
Okay, cool.
So this is how I found this out. In my parochial school, which I entered in 6th grade, I went 6th through 8th at the parochial school of the one I was there, St. John's. And their math books, the 1st grade book had 1 apple, the 2nd grade book had 2 oranges, the 3rd grade book had 3 golf balls, right? It was like that. 1, 2, 3, 4 for every cover of the math books that they were using at that school. And the 8th grade book just had a picture of the sun. And everybody was like, what the fuck? We got these brand new books. Like, you open them, crack, they were brand new, right? And the 8th graders were trying to figure out, like, what the fuck? Why is the sun on here? And I figured out it was 8 minutes for light to get. And my teacher looked at the code in the book that says what the cover is, and he goes, Rob's right. That's right. And I was a genius, and I was a math genius.
Wow.
Yeah, I figured it out.
That's amazing. They thought when I was in school, can you believe this, Rob? I used to be really smart. Okay. So just imagine this. When I was in elementary school, that was when they started doing like standardized testing and all this bullshit. And I used to score so like far off the charts that my teacher was like, I don't know what to do with you. I can't. There's nothing for you to learn because you already know everything we're going to learn this year or whatever. So they put me in this program. I shit you not. It was called the GATE program, and it stood for Gifted and Talented Education. And I used to have to go there for like half the school day. And I think it was because they didn't know what to do with kids who were like too far ahead of their grade. So all I would do is just sit down and read books for like 4 hours.
Yeah,
I read Moby Dick when I was in 5th grade, like, because they were like, here's advanced books. You can pick whatever you want. And I was like, oh, Moby Dick. That sounds good. Because I knew it was about a whale. And yeah, I fucking read Moby Dick in like 4th grade.
That's funny. It seems to me that the answer to what do you do with kids like that is just bump them up a grade. Like, what the fucking problem? What's the hell?
Yeah, my mom didn't want me to go up a grade.
Because of age
my mom
and all
was
that, yeah.
vehemently against it. Yeah. Well, so like the thing is, it's a long story, but basically my mom, when she was in high school, she could have graduated early. But her dad, my grandpa, her stepdad, he wouldn't let her for some reason. And he was like, it's for your own good. It's for your own good, whatever. So ever since then, my mom, because when I was in 3rd grade, they wanted me to like go up a grade. And they wanted me to start kindergarten like a year early, but they wouldn't let me because I couldn't cut a circle. Like I knew how to multiply in kindergarten. I could multiply and divide, and I knew my whole alphabet. I was already writing. I could write full sentences. They wouldn't let me start kindergarten early because I couldn't cut a circle on the line. Like what?
You should have just said, listen, I'm Stephen Hawking. I can't do the physical
but
stuff.
I'm not. That's what I was getting at though. And this happens a lot too with like kids who are really advanced or really far behind. Also, a lot of people average out by the time they hit like high school. And that's what happened to me. I'm dumb as bricks now. Like I'm not that smart.
Know anything. Yeah, I barely know anything now that I didn't already know when I graduated high school.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, some situational stuff like how to use a cell phone.
Yeah. I'm smart about some things, but not a lot of things.
Yeah. I'm not smart about how to trick a girl into liking me and keep it that way. I've never figured that out. So listen to me. What is the speed of light, Robin? What is the speed of light?
I don't. I used to know the answer to this, but I don't.
Anyone?
I have a horrible memory.
Type it in the chat. I'll tell you if you're right.
My 13-year-old son would know because he talks about this shit all the fucking time. He loves like science and space and all that stuff.
He should join the Space Force.
Well, I don't know about all that, but
what is that in Moskin, that's whatever those units are, whatever 800,000 you're talking about is not right. What is the kilometers?
800,000. Oh, kilometers?
Well, AJ, convert that. I don't know kilometers per second. I know miles per second.
Journeyman says 299,792,458
meters per second.
Wait, no.
Give it to me in miles an hour, fuckers.
792,758 meters per second or miles per second?
No, meters per second. Give it to me in miles, bitches, or before I come down to your house.
It's like 166 miles per second.
Not even close.
That's just a wild guess. I pick answer C.
On DN says, no, Celestian, you're way off. Wait a minute, what's this? Messy Fresh says, no, Messy, that's about like 4 times too high. Okay, I can see people don't know. The answer is 186,000 miles per second.
Oh, miles per second. My Google is answering us. Can you hear her?
There you go, AJ.
I don't know what she's saying. Hey, Google, stop. I don't know what she was talking about, but she was just rattling off back there. Like, I think
sometimes you say a word that sounds like "Hey Google" but isn't, and then they think that's it.
She's still going. Oh my god.
Oh, Messy's was per hour. Oh, my bad. Yeah, nobody knows that. Not like you can't like add it, times it by 60. 12 parsecs. Journeyman. Good answer. Okay, Robin.
My Google is possessed.
I can't hear it. I can't hear it.
To me. It's fucking freaky. Oh my god.
What is it saying?
I don't know. Oh, she stopped. I don't know. She said something, a person completely. She's like answering nobody's questions. Like nobody's even asking her questions, and she's fucking rattling facts off.
Well, you know that thing's listening to you all the time, not just when you say.
I know, but I haven't said anything to trigger her. Stupid robots taking over the world. She just wants to be part of the conversation. Okay, I missed whatever you were talking about because my Google was freaking me out.
Oh, never mind. I was just paying you compliments. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed it.
Nobody in the chat is asking us stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's getting kind of late. It was a great show, though, Rob. We did.
Scuba says I was delaying going to get a. Oh, I thought he said. I didn't see the word I thought he said I've been delaying to go get drink for almost an hour. I'm like, you already are drunk, sir. But no, get a drink. Yeah, I bring drinks with everybody.
All right, so I wrote down the song I need to listen to on Monster Cat Gold.
Surface by Aereo-Chord.
I wrote the words "The Undying" for some reason. What does
that
mean?
That is a television show.
That's a TV show, right? Okay. I've already forgotten. I had to.
Quirt, if you're doing new players, especially, that's the one shot I recommend. 12 hours of gameplay. 12 hours.
Yeah, I also like a lot of the things that Adventure a Week does. AAW games. You can look up their stuff too. I think they're great.
Jonathan G. Nelson, personal friend of ours. No, yeah, AAW Games is John G. Nelson.
John. Oh, you're right. It is John G. Nelson.
Come down there.
I don't know why, but when you say John G. Nelson, I think of Hagrid. What's Hagrid's name?
Robbie Coltrane.
Oh, the token guy? No. Hagrid, the token guy. Who made the tokens?
Harry Potter?
No, on the DM's Guild, Rob. Focus.
I am focused. You said Hagrid.
Oh, Hagrid's tokens.
His name is G. Jensen.
G. Jensen. See, so thank you.
Right. Yes. Jonathan G. Nelson. Point, exactly. I could see it. It's a stretch, but I can totally see it.
Look, listen. White people and their names.
White people with their stupid names. You're not white people.
I also have a very European last name, but it's my husband's last name. So.
And my name is, first of all, not even my real name, and second of all, jacked to all hell. I fucking hate it.
Toohey? Rob Toohey?
It's silent! The H is silent!
I'm sorry, Mr. Toohey.
Yeah, okay. We'll see.
Okay. It's okay.
Wait, what's your middle name again? Margaret?
My middle name is horrible and we don't talk about it.
But have you told me
It's like I have told you it. It's is it a middle name from like 1930.
Is it Linda?
No.
Oh, because Messi just said, listen, Linda.
Starts with that letter.
Louise!
It starts with that letter. But yeah, it's like a name from 1930, and I fucking hate it. But it was also like my grandmother's name, and
Lucille.
No, it's Louise. You were right,
Oh, Louise. Okay.
Louise. I don't like it. I hate it. I hate everything about it.
Do you remember my middle name?
William.
Oh my God. See, you're the best.
Wow, I can't believe I can remember that, but I can't remember the name of James Bond movies. Like, what the fuck?
Well, they tend to be more words, like 3-4 words.
Yeah, oh, but okay, but there's like Goldfinger something.
AJ Quirt,
What is it? Is it
Dave and I had
gold
lunch.
member? Goldfinger? What's it called?
Goldfinger. That's really 2 words put together, though.
I know.
Dave and I had lunch in probably 15 years ago, early 2000s, and we are in fact not related, but that is the reason we had lunch, is to see if we were related. And it turns out not. And he is, David Twohy, the movie director, super fucking weird. He's really super odd.
I think a lot of people in any film business, director, producer, actor, they're all weird. Rob,
Yeah.
they're
Absolutely. But there's weird, and then there's like, ooh, what type of lizard foot alien person is this? What is, are you in Men in Black? Are you one of the real people in Men in Black?
I should watch those movies. That's what I was gonna say.
Should.
But let me preface that with, I have also tried to watch the Matrix trilogy many times.
Now,
but
just a second.
Can't get through it.
Oh my God.
I knew you should be proud that I even watched.
The Matrix changed my life, though, and I remember when the Matrix came out in March of '99. So how do I know that it was March of '99? Because I remember shit like this. Is because when I was
11.
Yeah, I
was 11 in '99.
I was 33. Okay. I remember that movie so well because when I was a kid, I thought the world was the Matrix. I thought it was like the Truman Show. I thought I was the only real thing and everything was a robot, or for my benefit.
How do you know that's not true?
I don't know. But then when I saw that movie like inceptioned me. It fucking freaked me the fuck out when I saw that movie. I'm like, I thought of this when I was a kid. Yeah. And then it was awesome. And then
I'll watch it someday.
The Matrix 4 is being made right now. Boom.
See, Messi he tried to get me to watch The Matrix. Okay, the first time we tried to watch it, I was really tired, so I fell asleep during it. But I was also pregnant last time we tried to watch it. So, in my defense, when you're pregnant, like super pregnant, and you're tired, you're gonna go to sleep. Like there's no, you just.
AJ Quirt, that's a bannable offense. We do not do any type of spoilers here, and even in a joking manner. You've been warned, and that is your last warning. I will fucking ban you from this channel. Do not spoil shit.
But I'll try to watch it again. I watched the Star Wars movies. I made it through that, so I guess I can make it through the Matrix.
Oh my God, listen to you. By the way, everybody, as a reminder, Robin is the human on planet Earth that hates The Princess Bride. She hates it.
Yeah,
she's offended by it, as a matter of fact. That's how much she hates it.
It was a horrible. I'm not offended by it. It's just a horrible movie. I don't understand why people like it.
You're tripping yourself into a trap.
It's terrible.
I don't know. I literally have never heard any other human being say they didn't like.
All these new people who are here tonight, they're like, nope, never coming back. Sorry, I don't mean to scare people away. I just don't like it. What's Darth Vader's most famous line?
I mean, that's
I am your father.
Is that what it is? Was he on a CB cab radio, Robin, when he's... just take a one, man. I'm your father.
Yeah, pretty much. That's really cool how you did that. I can't do that.
We used to do that in grade school. We would go down the hall, and we would...
Spoilers, they're all mad at you now.
Spoilers. We would drive down the hall, and we would be on CB radios. We would do that. No, I am your father. Is that the most famous line? I guess that's a spoiler.
From Darth Vader? I think that's what everybody says when you talk about Darth Vader.
The most famous line to me was at the end
that's the first thing you think of.
Was at the end. I'm about to spoil. P.S. I can spoil shit because it's my channel.
Because it's my channel.
Yeah, that's right. And by the way, anybody that doesn't know what I'm about to say is living under a rock. Robin just corrected that like a week ago. At the end of episode 3, my favorite Darth Vader line is when he finds out that Padme is dead, and he does his impression of Ray Romano as he's standing up, and the Emperor informs, and he goes, "No, Deborah." Yeah, that was the greatest. Yeah. I just thought that I was laughing out loud in the theater. I saw that at the ArcLight in Los Angeles. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
I don't care so much about spoilers as you, but sometimes I will say I'll make it known when I don't want certain things spoiled for me. For example, I have seen a lot of Marvel movies, including the Avengers, but I haven't seen the Avengers Endgame movie, so I would really, really like people not to spoil that because we're gonna watch it.
Oh, soon. Right. Don't spoil that. Got it.
But other than that, if it's like movies I don't give a shit about, like the Ant-Man movie or Aquaman, you can spoil those all you want because I'm probably not even gonna watch them.
Yeah, I just don't. I'm a big movie buff. I like all the behind the scenes shit. I know the years. I know how they get made. I know the scripts. All this other stuff. But I actively, before a movie comes out, or even TV shows or whatever, I don't chase information about it. Like, I'm not informed on the movie purposefully because I want to experience the movie or the show as the creators intended me to, not knowing anything. Like, I'm okay watching a trailer or watching a 2-minute preview or whatever.
Yeah, I don't mind trailers.
They feed you stuff that they want you to know. Like, what's this fucking thing about? Like, why even watch it? But I don't want to know any plot points. I don't want to know, oh, Mel Gibson shows up and at the end, I don't want to know any fucking spoilers, and I fucking will come to your house and murder you and your family, people you've ever met, and their ancestors if you spoil shit for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hope that's clear.
But I mean, I think it's okay to talk about movies that have been out for like a really long fucking time, like The Princess Bride.
So let's talk about what the spoiler moratorium would be in terms of years. What would you think is reasonable?
10.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think if a movie is 10 years old or older, that's plenty of time to watch it.
Like,
even
if you're a person
like
don't know
me,
that the crying
who doesn't
game
watch
is
a lot
dude
of movies
by now, then yeah, you don't have an excuse.
But I don't care. It's like not even on my radar. Yeah, you guys can spoil The Matrix, then I don't have to watch it. I'm kidding. Oh my god, I'm probably just making Messi so mad. He's like, damn it! Because
yeah, but at least he's in the building with you. He can wear you down over time.
Right. Yeah. We did try. I gave it a try once. I think I was just too pregnant and too tired to give a fuck about The Matrix. I'll try watching it again.
So wait, one more thing before we end the show. You did say that you tried to watch it. What about, so you're watching the first 20 minutes or whatever. What about The Matrix? Did you go, I don't know.
That's the thing. I don't remember. I just remember Keanu Reeves is in it, and the way he talks is weird.
Whoa.
Okay, but I like Keanu Reeves. He was in Constantine, right? He played Constantine. Okay, I liked him in that movie, and that's about it.
But what about the one where he was in love with what's her name at the lake with the mailbox? What about that one?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. You don't watch the John Wick movies?
I think we watched them, but I don't remember. Oh no, I do remember we did watch the John Wick movies, because Messi's mom really likes John Wick, and she had asked us if we had seen them, and we hadn't, and so we got them and then we watched them.
What about Speed?
I don't remember a lot about them. I've seen Speed a long. That's the one with the bus that can't like stop or whatever, right?
That's right.
Okay, I saw that one when I was a kid, so that's what I remember about it.
What about Bill and Ted?
I have never seen Bill and Ted.
Oh, those are funny. Now, see, here's the thing. I could see where somebody might watch those movies and go, this is fucking total shit. You either love it or you hate it. But I really love Bill and Ted, and I watched the recent one. I paid $20 to watch the new one, and I was not unhappy. I was very pleased that I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, The Day
Yeah.
the Earth Stood Still. I forgot about that one.
Wait, Keanu Reeves was in the John Wick. He played John Wick.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even recognize that was him.
Oh, yeah. No, that's him.
Interesting.
What do you mean? He's looked the same for like the last 30 years. He hasn't changed. Maybe his hair's longer.
I disagree. He looks way different in like Constantine than he does in John Wick. And
no way, dude.
Yeah, wait.
You're supposed to say yes, way, dude.
Yes, way, dude. Okay.
All right, I know this will go on forever. So to be continued over the course of the next mini shows we have. It's the same every week.
Where we always make fun of Robin and her lack of movie knowledge. Got it.
Right, and we can, what we can do to make it solidarity is just make of all the lack of knowledge I have about Pokemon, which is literally, except for what you told me today, zero. I know it's called Pokemon and there's an accent over the E. That I do know
because I think, so like the thing is, in Japan it's called Pocket Monsters, like literally that's what it's called. And when they put it in America, they shortened it because it's catchphrasey or whatever. And in the cartoon, the announcer and the theme song, they say Pokemon. Like it's supposed to be like the E over the Spanish words. So you're supposed to say Pokemon. But nobody says it that way. I just say Pokemon, like real fast. I don't know.
Right, because you ever notice how you get an attitude about a person if they say any word the way most people don't. Like if I said I'll check my schedule, you'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's what they say in Britain. They say schedule.
But I think if you said Pokemon, people would be like, all right.
Yeah, because nobody says it that way, but that's how they pronounce it in the show. So it's weird. I don't watch the dub anyways. I watch a lot of anime, Rob. It's gross.
I'm sorry, the dub? Are you talking about?
Okay, so listen. I prefer to watch anime with Japanese audio but English subtitles. That would be called subbed. But if you watch it where they get American actors and they redub the voices, that's called dubbed.
Oh, right.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I don't like watching dubs like at all. I would much rather watch it in the way that it would have been watched in Japan. And then I'll just watch it with subtitles.
Oh, yeah. See,
100% I prefer that.
You and I differ there because I can't I don't read per se. But I can't. Subtitles sometimes go by too fast, and then I start to get angrier and angrier, and I want to pause it and back up, and sometimes you can't do that. And besides, what I tell people is the reason I don't like subtitles as opposed to dub is I generally am not watching a movie to read.
See, and I've watched the movies with subtitles for so long. Like some of the first movies I remember seeing as a kid were animated movies from Japan, like Princess Mononoke, the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life, and I love it. And it's probably like my earliest memory of like sitting down and watching a movie start to end. But anyways, I digress. I've watched movies with subtitles for so long that it's weird to watch things without subtitles. Like even when I watch American made in English, made on our soil movies and shows, I still watch them with the subtitles on. Like everything.
Messi says, I watch movies with subtitles because my kids are disrespectful assholes.
Also that, because like sometimes we try to watch movies and our kids are like playing Fortnite and they're like yelling, even though they're down in the basement. They're very loud. Children are loud. Like I don't know how else to explain it. Or sometimes they'll come upstairs and they still have their headset on and they're talking to people in Discord from their computer in the basement, but they're like in the fridge looking for fucking snacks, and they're like, "Oh yeah, man, that's so funny."
I wonder how everybody feels about.
While we're watching movies.
I just thought of this. This is the biggest dagger in my heart that could possibly happen without a person meaning to hurt me. But it's when, the new girl's over at the house or whatever, whoever, and you're watching a movie, and she gets up to go to the bathroom, and I pause it, and she goes, "Oh, you don't have to pause it." That's such a fucking dagger in my heart, because all that says to me is, yeah, I'm watching this because you asked me to, but I don't give a fuck about this movie.
No, we are hardcore pausers. Like, if somebody needs to get up for any reason, we fucking pause that shit, because
that's right.
You can't miss even a second of whatever you're watching.
That's the highest note we can end this show on, is you saying that. That's the because you know what I'm saying? Like, you really you're showing a person a movie. I'd rather they just say, you know what, I'm not interested in this. I'd rather hear that than
just tell me right off the bat.
Yeah, like, get up and go to the bathroom, and you're gone 20 minutes, and come back, and don't pause it, and then there's no what happened, because you don't give a fuck. Yeah.
Messy's still going on about our kids.
Dad, I just saw this funny video on YouTube. Yeah, well, go to your room and watch.
They will do that, though. Like, especially our 8-year-old, he gives no fucks. But we'll be watching a movie, and we're, like, clearly in it, like, fucking glued to the TV. He'll come upstairs. You guys have to watch this really funny video, and he'll, like, shove his tablet, like, in our face. No fucks given. So we're like, okay, pause the movie. What do you want to show us? Because we try not to be assholes.
Messi says he wants to interrupt their video games to explain standard tax deductions. That's great. You should fucking do that, dude. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Yeah.
I'm about to beat the boss. Let's just hold on a second while Dad explains.
I know, right?
Standard deduction.
My oldest kid, though, his favorite new thing, last thing, I promise. Whenever we need him to come upstairs, we have a nanny cam in the basement. I've said this many times. So we can talk to them through the camera to, like, ask them to come upstairs. So we don't have to yell. I hate yelling. Like, I'm so anti, like, when parents are like, Johnny, get down here. I fucking hate that shit. So we have nanny cams. So I'll get on the nanny cam and I'll be like, hey, kids, come upstairs. It's dinner time, or, whatever. It's basically like, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's like an intercom. And so I'll say, hey, kids, it's dinner time. Come upstairs. My 8-year-old, he's great. He's like, okay. And he closes his computer and comes right up. My 13-year-old, however, hang on, Mom, I'm in a match. I'm like, no. Like, and then he'll fight with me over the nanny cam over, like, whether he can finish his match that he's in or not. And I'm like, you're playing a fucking game. You can leave the match. I don't give a shit if you lose 50 DKP or whatever the fuck.
DKP 50 minus.
Like, he will sit there and be like,
you're
can I just finish this?
You're reminding me of most of my childhood. Most of it was just my mom and my dad and me. Even though I had stepbrothers and sisters, they weren't in the house for most of it. So my mom would say to me, go get your dad for dinner. And I would go, Dad, dinner! Like, at the top of my lungs, just right then. And my mom would look at me. She would look at me with a stern look on her face and go, I could have done that.
I hate it so
much. But she's like,
much.
You don't think I have the ability to yell? I could have fucking done that. Go get him.
Right. I'm literally asking you to go do a thing, not fucking
P.S.
go.
I was not doing any video games or any activity. I was just sitting there waiting for the food, and I couldn't be bothered to go get it. Oh,
that's
so funny.
Unacceptable.
It's unacceptable.
Yeah, no, Celestia, we're usually like, okay, we tell our 13-year-old that, like, he can finish his match or whatever. But we have noticed that sometimes he'll, like, push it. He'll be down there for, like, an extra 30 minutes, and I know what game he's playing. Okay, 1. And 2, some matches don't take that fucking long. But he'll be down there for, like, an extra 30 minutes, and he'll be like, oh, yeah, I was still in the same match. And I'm like, bullshit. Because he doesn't know. I mean, he knows, but I used to play competitive games, so good luck trying to pull fast one on me over that kind of stuff. So I know how some games work. Like, okay, are you playing a MOBA? Are you playing an arena battle? Are you playing, like, a fucking, PUBG or something like that? I know a lot about those games. I used to write for esports. So don't fucking tell me that 30 minutes you're playing in this match or whatever. Yeah, bullshit.
Have your kids seen you do your old Twitch show?
My older son has, because he was like 8, 7, 8, 9, like that age back when I was doing podcasting and writing for like esports and stuff like that. So he knows. I don't think my 8-year-old really knows that.
Did your 13-year-old
think
either now or then that was cool that you were doing that? That was like,
yeah,
Mom.
He used to.
Yeah.
Like today I was watching my Twitch VODs and deleting a bunch because Twitch and DMCA
Twitch.
And so I was watching and my 8-year-old came up and he was watching me. I was playing this MOBA called Smite. It's kind of like League of Legends for those of you that don't know what that is. Anyway, so I was watching a VOD of me playing Smite and I got what's called a quadra kill in this video, right? Like quadra kill is where I killed 4 people in a short span of time, like all by myself. It was fucking awesome. And I was like, I love this clip. You know, my 8-year-old was like watching me. He was like, wow, Mom. And then he goes, do you have any Terraria videos? I was like, no, I don't have Terraria videos. That's like, I don't know if you know what Terraria is.
No, but I'm assuming it's something that's only been out for 2 months.
No, it's like Minecraft, but a side scroller. It's a building game.
Oh, okay.
And he loves Minecraft. And I mean, there's fighting in that game too. But anyways, he was just like not interested in this really cool thing I did on this video. He's like, do you have any Terraria videos? No, I don't have Terraria videos. Yeah, it's funny. He's funny. I have played Terraria, which is really funny. Even funnier. Okay.
Funnier.
All right. Yeah, we've been trying to end the show for like 30 minutes now, so we should probably do that.
Yeah, I always never want it to end, but you got to do it sometime. Indeed. Everybody, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Indeed.
Indeed.
We love you all. Thank you all for hanging out with us so much. You guys are amazing.
You want to see more of Robin and me, come back on Sunday. But if you want to see games, if you want to see D&D, then come back Friday and Saturday because we play then too.
Yeah, he plays. I'm gonna get this right. He plays Dungeon of the Mad Mage on Friday.
Yeah.
And Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden on Saturday.
Using Unity.
Did I get it right?
You did.
I got it right.
Except for the part where you said Sunday.
I don't even play in those games. I know.
You don't.
But I didn't even play in those games, and I got it right.
Yeah, this, by the way, is twitch.tv/ReallyRobin every day except those 2 days she just mentioned.
Yeah, those are the only 2 days I'm not on this channel.
Well, and I don't stream for 2 days, so you're on 3 of 5.
I'm here on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Sundays. If you think I'm awesome.
That's right. And even on Friday and Saturday sometimes you're not really here, but people hear you.
They still talk about me. Oh, yeah. Oh God. Because he has stupid clips of me that he put on a soundboard. Oh my God.
Yes.
It's really my channel. I'll be taking over this channel someday.
Maybe. I mean, you joke, but what happens if I die?
He's leaving it to me in his will, I'm sure.
The executor of my will now.
I'll probably be the executor of his state. Okay, all right, we gotta go because this got really morbid, and I don't like talking about that. Fuck yeah! Thanks, everybody. You guys are amazing. No, because it makes me sad. I don't like. Fuck yeah! You know, I don't cope with that kind of stuff very well.
Oh man, I was trying to do the sounds and it's not working.
Fuck you.
Damn it.
Motherfuck me.
Yeah,
I can't hear them, which is the greatest. But yeah.
For some reason they are not playing and I don't know why. Chat hears it.
Oh, were you? Oh, I think
the chat does hear it.
They can hear it. Yeah.
Oh, so it's
you probably just ear blasted them like 50 times.
It's just not playing to me. Oh, there we go. That's why.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I totally ear blasted.
Will you stop it? Fuck you.
Poor chat.
Fuck me. Man. Everybody's like, and I'm out.
No.
Have a good night, everybody. You guys are amazing. We'll see you all around. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans who are watching this now, later, whenever.
Exactly.
You guys are amazing.
Good gaming, everyone.